By the way, I hope you die in a bus accident for my entire day yesterday.
I mean, where did cheese go? I don't know. Oh, it affected a lot of people.
It was really bad.
It affected a lot of people. I said it. I waited specifically. I tweeted out the video, but I waited until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon just so it gave people enough time to maybe get it out of their system, and just was bombarded with people going, fuck you. I had just gotten it out of my head.
Yeah, there was a couple that were running through my head yesterday, and that was one of them that was really bad.
Where did cheese go?
That's really bad.
It's a great song.
You know what other one got me?
What one?
When I was on fucking UFC Unfiltered, I was talking to Matt, and Katie Nolan was on. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about Juice Newton. The name, you ever hear that song, Just Call Me Angel of the Morning? Dude, for hours.
No.
Just the chorus. Just the chorus. Oh my God, it wouldn't stop.
So you were sitting there between Where'd the Cheese Go and Just Call Me Angel
Just call me Angel of the Morning.
That's so bad.
Fucking non-stop. That's why a lot of people kill themselves, because they can't get a song out of their heads.
Newton.
Not necessarily her,
but I bet she's contributed.
She's been responsible for more than has probably been discussed.
Yeah.
But I think that you can't get a song out of your head and people just decide to fucking remove that song with a bullet.
That's it.
You just can't handle it anymore.
If I can't get the song out of my head, I'm going to get the brain out of my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something. I'm getting the song out of my head one way or the other.
Why were you listening to Just Call Me Angel of the Morning?
We weren't. We were talking about something, and that hit me. I was joking about something. I don't remember how the joke even came up. And I just said it. And then I was like, oh no, it's here.
I love that.
Won't go.
I also think it's funny that like you're doing the UFC podcast. That's supposed to be a very manly fighter podcast. And you leave with Angel of the Morning stuck in your head for the rest of the day. You leave with a Juice Newton tune in your head.
Yeah, so I had a couple of fucking real clunkers running around my head yesterday. Very irritating.
It was everyone. It was everyone. It was me. I had to go home. I had to play it for Jess when she got home. Where did cheese go? I don't know.
Yeah, it's really, really nuts. She's very cute in this video, though.
I mean, she's like 80s cute.
Yeah.
I guess, but she looks like she could be dead now.
She's 64.
Yeah, that's what she looks like. She'd be 64.
Yeah, very cute.
You think so?
Yeah, she looks cute in this. Her guitarist looks awful. He's got like the outdoor windbreaker and the fucking baseball hat.
It's so 80s.
He's got
like
80s.
He's got his big kind of white guy afro, but the baseball cap on.
Wasn't this 70s?
I don't know when.
No, this was like 81.
Let's go to Tefbox for confirmation on that. Okay.
It's funny. Somebody sent me a picture of Goodfellas that said, Go on to get your fucking Tefbox. How we can turn the song off? This is going to drive me crazy.
Mike. It's a great song, right? Yeah, Juice Newton.
Absolutely.
Mike in Chicago, welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hello,
Good.
Mike.
I mean, we're just in a musical kind of mood.
Yeah, I'm really done with this song.
Yeah. So this morning I was doing shrugs in the gym, and every time I would pull up on it, I would think of the stupid song going, I don't know. And it was just making me laugh the entire time. It sucked.
So you're lifting and you're just going, I don't know.
Yeah, and I put it like enough on the bar, and then I would just start laughing my ass off, and everyone's wondering why is this kid laughing mid-set.
I love that. I love that we're affecting people's lives like that.
You said ruining wrong.
Oh, is that the word I was looking for?
It's amazing how it just doesn't go away. Call me.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's a nice chorus.
I mean, no,
she's very pretty in this video, though. She has 80s hair.
Yeah. I mean, she's got an 80s face. She's got 80s makeup. She's 80s pretty. There's nothing like, I don't look at this video and be like, oh, man. What? No, that's a girl I'd like to take to prom.
Her hair. I don't say prom. People always say take to prom. How come they don't say take to the prom? I still don't get that. How there's like, hey, I'm going to prom. What does that mean? Prom. I'm going to the prom. The prom is a thing. Prom is not this magical place. I'm going to prom. It's not a town.
It's quite magical. It's quite a magical evening.
I wouldn't know. I didn't go to any of mine. When I was 22, I didn't pull an Anthony. I wasn't that. I was 22. Mm-hmm. I went to my girlfriend's prom at the time, and then the next morning she went on the shore with another guy.
Oh,
I know. They're just friends.
You think they were?
No, I don't. I think she fucked him in the sand.
Did she fuck you?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, okay.
And then I think she went down and took some fucking cum behind a sand dune.
Did you think that your connection was deeper than that?
I was hoping, yeah.
It wasn't.
Going? No.
It wasn't. She had to go to prom somewhere else. No, I guess you say prom.
You don't.
Yeah, it says here, prom is a noun. It's short for promenade. I guess you wouldn't say, I'm headed to promenade. You'd go to, I'm headed to the promenade, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's going to the prom. And there was also, I hate this when people go, I did that on accident.
On accident is terrible.
It's wrong. I did on accident. I did that. What does that mean? On accident doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
it's wrong.
On accident,
fucking
really bad.
by accident.
Prom is
That's
fun.
what I was when I was born. I was a by accident.
We had Jim on accident. Let's go to Kevin in Virginia. What's up, Kevin?
Jimmy, love you.
Thanks.
Sam, you're doing what you can, buddy. Hey,
does that mean?
Fucking. I'm just joking, buddy.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
That fucking lean song.
Nailed him, right?
It's worse than Jerry Shephardini.
Yeah, it's bad. That's also bad, though.
You think so? I was trying to think of what's worse, Jerry Shephardini or the Cheese song, and you know what?
I don't know.
That's definitely worse.
I don't know. Thank you, Kevin.
All right, bud.
I'll talk to you later. Kent in South Carolina. What's up, Kent?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
I think y'all had Ryan Reynolds in, but you remember the opening of Deadpool has that fucking Angel song in it.
Does
It's
it?
been in my head.
Yes, it does.
You know what?
That.
Maybe that's where it came. Maybe that was where it got stuck back in. Might have been seeing the trailer or something. Or isn't it in one of the trailers?
Yeah, it is. It's in that, like, the thing they first released before the movie came out. It was
Like
in
the
that,
teaser.
and then it was in the very opening of the movie.
That's probably where I heard it, and then it was there. It was one of those things that got stuck in the head a while ago, and then it just got jarred loose yesterday while we were talking.
It's just sitting there, lying dormant in the back of your brain.
I didn't pull it randomly from nowhere, though. That makes sense. Thank you, sir. You made me feel like less of an ass.
Did you know, though, just on trivia, that Juice Newton was the performer, or did you look it up?
Yes, of course.
You knew that Juice Newton sang that?
Who doesn't know Juice Newton sang Angel of the Morning? I challenge anyone.
I've never heard. I don't know that I've ever heard the name Juice Newton before this morning.
Oh, okay. Well, you're a young man.
I guess so.
I remember that song.
It's also been recorded by a bunch of people.
No, but Juice Newton was
Do you know
the
who
one.
wrote it?
I do not know.
Chip Taylor.
What's that?
Okay.
I was originally supposed to be Just Call Me Angle of the Morning. Fucking bitch.
That is a math song.
Doesn't make any sense.
Geometry.
Chip Taylor?
Chip Taylor, yeah.
Oh, cool. I like a good song origin story.
You do?
I do.
You like to find out what the scoop is behind these songs, right?
Yes. I told you I went on that Roberta Flack loop before I met her. And I fucked, this was probably 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. And just with the song Killing Me Softly, just wondering who wrote it. And I wound up in a fucking loop.
Of Roberta Flack songs, or just
that
going?
Song. No, you don't have to play that. Just that song, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, let's go. I honestly, before you started mentioning Roberta Flack songs, I didn't know anything she had done except for Killing Me Softly.
But you did. You just didn't know that it was her.
Right. Bobby in Kentucky.
Hey guys, I'd like to just tune in on Hammer the Grammar with Jim and the Stammer.
Cool.
I hate when people say I could care less, when it's truly I could not care less.
I couldn't care less. That doesn't bother me as much. That doesn't drive me as crazy because it's one of those things that's just, it's right. I understand how that one happens, but this happened on accident is wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'm going hat store. What? Doesn't make any sense. It's two store.
Oh. Yeah, no, but that doesn't make any sense, but he's right. I could care less has always bothered me too.
I couldn't care less
because it means the opposite of what you're saying.
Yeah,
it means
it's in a Devil Driver. It's in a Devil Driver song, and it irritates the shit out of me. And I love Devil Driver.
Fuck yeah!
You like that?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
But that fucking drives me on accident. Drives me nuts. And going to prom stinks. Stop saying it wrong.
When somebody says I could care less, I go like this. But I'll bet you couldn't care more. Nailed ya! And then it takes him a good 2 hours.
I was just thinking how great it would be if there was a hole in the floor under your seat and it opened up and there was a fucking flaming pit underneath you.
Woo! Let's go to Mike in New York. What's up, Mike?
I just wanted to kill you because, of course, after yesterday, I had that song in my head all day. And at dinner, I saw the combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell. I'll give it a try.
And you went?
2 o'clock. I went in for it at 2 o'clock in the morning and came back out.
You went and got food at 2 in the morning?
No.
No.
The food evacuated his bowels at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Shat. Sorry. Okay, I thought you went to to buy it to eat it.
No way. I can't believe you'd never heard the pizza. You never even knew there was a Pizza Hut.
No,
Taco
I didn't.
Bell.
Wait, you're shocked that I didn't know this when you don't know Juice Newton?
That's right.
That's the generational battle of the generations.
Boy, oh boy, let's make a promo out of this.
I like the Taco Bell song. Well, I'm a big Juice Newton guy. Boo.
Mornings.
By the way, I got a fucking couple of emails. Well, I mean, me and this guy talked about it, but he was like, why'd you kick Larry off the show?
Oh, they were upset that you kicked Larry off?
Well, he was. We chatted it out. But the majority of people were thrilled.
Was it a Larry defender? I've never met a Larry defender.
Just one guy.
That's what I thought. Because I've met a lot of people. Even when I was taking him on the show regularly, people would always call up immediately after his call saying, don't fucking let that guy on the show
I got a bunch of very positive emails.
Let's go to Phil in North Carolina. What's up, Phil?
Oh, Angels of the Morning. That's a good little mock-up. It's pictures of you and I.
You think that's what our show should be called?
Yes.
Angels of the Morning?
I do.
Hey, what's up, guys? I love the new show.
Thank you.
And we could even give the phone number out. We do a phone. We do 866-969-1969. Just call us.
We should get
Angels of the Morning.
No, we should get how many letters are ANGELS? Too bad we couldn't get AM Angels.
866 AM Angels.
That'd be perfect. Go ahead,
Or
sir.
BM Angels.
Yeah. Ooh. What's up, buddy?
Man, I love the new show, like I said, and I've got two that really bug me. One, when kids get their driver's license and say, I got them. It's I got it. And the other one is when people say...
Wait.
I never heard that.
People refer to their driver's license as them? I got them?
Yeah, I got them. And maybe it's a Southern thing.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's...
Never heard that.
And the other one is on tomorrow.
Home tomorrow?
Yes, on tomorrow. The principal at my kid's middle school, when he leaves an automated message about what's happening, he'll say, there's a football game on tomorrow.
I never heard that.
I have to tell you something, Phil. You hang out with ignorant people.
Yeah, those are ones that like are very specific. I've never heard.
No.
On accident, we've all heard. I could care less. We've all heard. Go to prom. We've all heard. Oh, the music's no good. Yeah.
What was that?
I have to. There's no way to clean it
Well,
up.
remember, guys, I am calling from North Carolina.
I guess so. You must feel like a genius in your social circle.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Feel like Brangelina when I go into Walmart.
That's right. I'll talk to you.
My sound clip doesn't sound good.
Are you pissed?
Well, it's not at him. It's just the music. Yeah, it's no good.
Yeah, I can't understand a word that was
It's
said.
great. I wish you did. That's such a great line.
It could have been really helpful.
Yeah,
In a lot of scenarios.
But the music, first of all, Q&A is the worst music ever.
It does?
Ever.
Is that from Q&A?
That and Justice for All, the two shittiest music scores ever in a
I've
film.
never seen Q&A. I've seen Injustice and Justice for All a couple of times.
It's such a great film, but
It
the
is great.
music is fucking horrendous.
Very 80s.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Well, it's 79, but it's got that fucking... It's the worst... You know what's bad? The Firm. Watch The Firm, and the music is distractingly shit.
Really?
Fucking terrible.
Actually, let me put on a scene. Wow, this is actually a courtroom scene from
How do I
The
get rid of
Firm.
this? That's not a
Oh,
courtroom
this really is bad. This makes no sense for this movie. What a terrible choice. Who did the soundtrack?
Hey, wait, did I clear that off by myself? Big Boy did it myself?
I doubt it.
Oh.
If I want my prick pulled, I'll do it myself.
Just shoehorning it in.
Yeah. So do you think they were doing well? I think people are liking the show.
It's an odd question to just bring up out of nowhere. I mean, we were just in the mid. I think we're doing well.
If I want my prick pulled, I'll do it myself.
Okay.
You asked me, though. You can't ask me.
Sure I can. Okay.
Tim in Connecticut.
Oh.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Connecticut
What's up, buddy?
Tim, welcome aboard.
Thanks, Jimmy. Hey, I want to point out that people always say supposedly instead of
supposedly. You're right. You're absolutely correct.
It fucking drives me nuts. And then also, I heard handsome Jimmy Norton doing his promo for a show in Reno.
Yep.
And he pronounced it Nevada instead of Nevada, which I fucking hate. I used to live in Nevada, and everybody there hates it too. But I love you, Jimmy. You're adorable.
Wait, I think it's Nevada. What do you say? How are you supposed to pronounce it?
It's Nevada. I live in Nevada.
Hold on, do it myself.
All right. I'm going to use it on all day.
Nevada sounds pretentious and douchey.
Okay, but that's the pronunciation thing. I get it, but that just drives me crazy. I didn't mean to start a whole bit. Call up with your favorite word mistake.
Wow. That's what happens.
I know, but it just makes me very upset.
People get really bothered by it.
They do. It fucking annoys me.
Really bothered by whatever little things they have.
Supposedly is a big one, and there was one more too. I can't remember what it is. Is when they're saying B's is D's. I mean, on a girl's ad, that annoys me. When they say D's is B's. Get it? I want bigger tits.
No, I got it. I got it from before.
Some guy sent me a picture of this girl. This guy who was, I knew his, I met him in Cincinnati, and he works in porn, and he sent me a picture of this girl's fucking big vagina. I was so happy.
You were?
Oh.
Did it make your day?
It made my fucking day.
Did you keep singing the Juice Martin song or whatever?
I don't know who Juice Martin is.
Angels of the Morning.
Juice Martin?
You keep singing Angels of the Morning?
Yes, I did.
After you looked into the big fat vagina?
Just call me Angel of the Morning.
All of a sudden, it meant everything to you.
Yeah.
You know who replaces their T's and D's?
Oh.
D-bag.
Does he? Oh,
yeah.
Shouldn't. Or
he goes like this. He's
Norton?
like, he goes, yeah, Norton. He goes, what are you and Norton going to be talking about today? Oh, don't forget. You left your top button unbuttoned.
People who say button should have their fucking teeth smashed shut.
All right, well, then I think we got a new stunt for D-bag.
Like you should put the tip of their tongue. It's like that's how you cure lisping.
Mm-hmm.
You put the tip of the tongue between the teeth, and then you just fucking punch up into the bottom of the chin.
Good.
Fucking bite the tip of that tongue off.
It really is. It's a very childlike thing to do.
Yeah, hey, clumsy tongue, cut it out. Keep your fucking tongue behind your teeth like a grown-up. Fucking asshole. Fucking childish asshole. Yeah, I'm just an adult. I kind of talk like this. Fucking put it back.
I didn't know it'd be a problem.
Yeah, fucking train your mouth. Look, well, I can't train mine to stop doing certain things. So
it's true. It's difficult.
I understand your dilemma.
It's difficult. Shane in Indiana. Welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Good morning, tough suckers.
Hello.
I don't know if we're tough fuckers.
There we go. We
hey,
fucked
one
Tef by
thing
getting
that
him on the
annoys
show.
the shit out of me. Go ahead.
That's fine.
Oh, one thing that annoys the shit out of me is when people say waiting online. You're not waiting online, you're waiting in line.
Yeah, it's like getting on the plane. That doesn't bother me. I know what you mean.
People get on my case over that. I think I fuck it up all the time.
Yeah,
I don't care
that's just, you know.
But hey, Jimmy.
Go ahead, sir.
You said somebody sent you a picture of a big vagina and it made you really happy.
It did, yeah.
Do you ever just peek inside the Tef box?
It's uncalled for.
Get your fucking Tef box.
I do. It's here.
Thank you,
You
Shane.
guys have a great day.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, by the way, when Sam and I are in L.A., I'm very concerned that there's going to be no visual element of Travis, which is going to bother people.
Well,
I wish you were coming with us.
You know what we may have to do? We may have to broadcast the Tef Cam live.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
Throughout the week, every show.
I don't know if we'll be. I know we're like bouncing around studios.
Oh, so you don't know if you'll actually have the Tef box?
I know we definitely won't be in this studio because Bennington is.
Our time is switching a little when we're in LA just because we won't be able to do it. It's from 5 to 8 in the morning. So, yeah, we're going to be a little bit later.
So we'll be on during the replay slot when we're out in LA
it's only
next
for
week.
5 shows.
Yeah,
the Monday
4
we're
shows.
here. 4 shows. So our Halloween we're actually here. Ooh. And then we're flying out. We're dressing like two pilots or movers and shakers. I don't know.
Movers and shakers? That doesn't even make it. How do you dress like a mover and shaker?
He's just zipping off.
What about this? You dress up like a mover, like somebody who moves houses, and I'll be a salt shaker.
I would like you rather you dressed up like someone who has cancer.
Okay.
What the big Tef Halloween this year costume this year will be nice.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to see what Tef dresses up as.
Yeah,
well,
I think
every
people
year
dressed up as Tef.
Oh yeah, sure they can do that.
Yeah, I think everybody should be dressing up as Tef this year.
What are you dressing up as?
I'm not going to dress up.
I
for
am.
Halloween.
I always do.
For what?
I don't know.
What are you dressing up as?
I don't have a costume.
You don't?
No.
You got to pick one.
No, I'm Halloween. I'm not a fan of Halloween, really. I mean, I love it, but I don't dress up as it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Halloween is fun, but it's when you're an adult, what are you doing? I guess if you go to parties or whatever.
In L.A., it's gonna be
crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Should we go down? We could go in our hotel and just trick or treat on every door.
I'll probably have a young lady stopping over.
You think so?
She'll be dressed in a particular fashion. Halloween's the best night. No one questions it.
Right. No. We're just meeting up here before we go out to the big Halloween party.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
no
we're just going to hang out for a little while in my room.
In your room?
In my room.
I can't believe I was looking at all this Obamacare stuff.
Yes.
Have you been reading about it?
A little bit.
That the premiums are going up and everything. And I'm fairly ignorant on Obamacare, as I am on most things.
Yeah.
But the amount of shittiness that comes from this plan, like he caught so much criticism for Obamacare when it was coming out. All the Republicans talked about what a disaster it was and everything.
Right.
And I haven't seen anything that makes it seem like anything less than a disaster. I can't imagine how none of this stuff that's gone wrong with Obamacare wasn't seen in somewhat of advance.
They must have known, or they just figured that something will happen that will fix it.
We'll just pass it through now.
Get it through and then fix it on the fly.
Because they're saying...
That's what I do in a relationship. Like, you start it, knowing it's a disaster, and you're like, so what? She's crazy. So what? You fix it.
And then you're like, wait, I don't understand. Why is this going so poorly?
Yeah, even though I saw it coming.
Yeah. You thought you were going to fix it midway through.
This is a dysfunctional relationship. You saw the red flags. You knew that she was fucking nuts, but you had to fuck her.
Yes.
Healthcare was the girl he had to fuck, and he did, and now he's paying the price. Now she won't stop calling.
Yep.
Now she's fucking, now she's blowing his fucking friends up on Facebook complaining about him. It's a fucking nightmare.
It's exactly what it is. This is Obama's legacy. For him... Like, he thought he was going to go in there and he was going to finally be the guy to reform healthcare and make everybody better, and he was going to be beloved because everybody was going to get it and blah, blah, blah. And it's become a disaster. And I think you're right. He was so eager to get healthcare passed and for this to be his legacy that he ignored the red flags.
25% increase.
Well, 25% increase like around us. In some places, it's 116% increase.
Wow.
Next
year.
It
should say that on the little blurb here. My blurb says 25%.
Well, average is 25%.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a whole lot.
You guys are going up that high,
There's some where it's
100,
insane.
Yeah, 116%.
For regular working class families?
It's not rumors. It's like
it's definitely happening.
The administration said this is happening.
Wow.
Like, there are places where, providers are dropping out. So what he said wasn't going to happen. Remember, in the pitch was, you go, you pick your provider, it's subsidized, blah, blah, blah. The rates are going way up. And there are places in the country now where the providers have dropped so much that there's only going to be one provider. So it literally is what they said it wouldn't be, which is government health care. You have to go to this place. This is the only provider that Obamacare is approved or whatever.
But wait, the other ones can still have their own. It's almost like, well, if you're getting it for free and the government is just doing it for, will everyone have to use Obamacare, or can people go to the providers they want and then Obamacare just takes care of people who don't have insurance?
Well, I think people can't afford the providers they want. Like, health insurance, when it's not provided by an employer, is crazy expensive.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I have it through, I didn't have it for years, but I got it through like SAG and AFTRA.
Right. If you don't have a union or an employer or something like that, just as a person to go get health care is extremely expensive. And it's also all the small business owners that have to pay for health care for their employees. Like, this was supposed to help all of that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's that logical, because there's also penalties, if you don't have health care now, because now there's this. So there's like, well, you can, they say you pay less taxes if you get the Obamacare. Now you have health care, you're paying less taxes. But in reality you're paying more taxes premiums, if you don't have it.
Well, you're also paying higher premiums.
Right, exactly.
Oh, I don't know what the answer is.
So to watch it, this is the one thing in the past, whatever it is, probably in the past 3 to 4 weeks that's actually been good for the Republicans, for Donald Trump, for anything. I don't think it'll be enough still, but...
What's he going to do? Is he going to fire everyone? Did he say that? He's going to fire everybody?
Why? He's been running for president. for a year and a half, and you went with the first joke.
He's going to fire everyone, I bet, from healthcare. You're fired.
I'll tell you this, providers, you're fired.
You're fired.
No, it's depressing. And it lets you know exactly why people are sick of politicians. Because this is just part of, it's exactly what you would expect. It's not well thought out. It was pushed through, and then it's completely collapsed.
But look at this right here. Average for New York, 7.2%. Vast majority, 10 million. But yeah.
It says an estimated 5 million to 7 million people are either not eligible for the income-based assistance or they buy individual policies outside of the health laws markets where the subsidies are not available. The vast majority of the more than 10 million customers who purchase policies through healthcare.gov and its state-run counterparts receive generous financial assistance. I don't. It's so and nobody even knows how to cover it on the news because it's so over everybody's head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so fucking
I understand it completely.
Complicated. You do?
Of course I do.
Okay, because so far it just...
I've read the comprehensive package. It definitely needs fixing.
What would you do to fix it?
Got to lower premiums. I mean, they're going up some places 116%.
A moment ago, your interpretation just of the article, not even the packet, was to say a ba 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 and then slap the paper.
I was just covering a couple of the fucking regulars. Did they average income? Well, yeah, I said that. 1 in 5 customers. Of course, single insurance.
1 in 5 customers what?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
Clinton said that she wants to keep Obamacare. Yeah, she wants to improve it. You know, we'll see.
I don't understand.
Good luck.
If you have such a good understanding, why can't you clear this up for some of us?
Because it's over your heads. Most people don't understand it. I've got to. Do you ask a question? I've got an answer for it.
Okay, what would you do to fix Obamacare? Is this something where
lower premiums?
Is that all it is?
The American people are paying too much for the care of their health.
Oh, is that how it's said?
That's right.
I see. Now, would you say you're more of
I would actually just smother the elderly. That's the best way. Not to be cruel, but after a certain age, people become burdens. So I think that we do is we send in these angels of death, the old pillow with handlebars, and that will knock a whole big chunk off what we need to, a big chunk off the nut we need to cover.
And I'll tell you this, when that Juice Newton song kicks in, you know the angels that are coming in the morning. Those are the angels of death.
Just call me angel with a pillow. Exactly. So you smother a few old people, that will knock the fucking thing down. Yeah.
It's really shitty to do that in the morning, too. You could have done it while they were sleeping, but you wait till the morning when they wake up, and then you smother them.
Yeah, I made it another day.
Not so fast.
Exactly. That's one way to do it. That's one solution. It's not the most popular solution.
But that's your platform.
Do you want the truth?
Yeah.
Smother the elderly. They're expensive.
They are. I believe that was Jack Kevorkian's
Smother. Yeah, he got rid of him.
Yeah.
Jack Kevorkian was great. He was a street sweeper. He fucking cleaned up all those messes.
He had a van. By the end of it, he just had his van full of pillows. He was just walking around smothering people.
Absolutely. Yeah. Throw your fucking old burden in the back. I'll take care of it.
Right. No problemo.
Yeah. He's like a human pooper scooper, getting rid of these fucking... So that's one way to do it.
Well, where would you fall, though? Okay, so Hillary Clinton says that it needs reforms and will reform it. Donald Trump says it needs to be completely repealed. As a man who kind of gets it more than most, what would you say would be done?
It's like I say about most things, the truth's in the middle. You don't want to just repeal it because then people don't have health care, but you don't want to just reform it. You got to do something in the middle.
What's in the middle of those two things?
You just got to lower premiums. I think, lower premiums.
I think Chris Cuomo said lower premiums one time, and you just stole his opinion.
No. I think kids also get too much money dumped into them, like sick kids.
Well, they need it. I mean, sick kids.
Yeah, just let them go.
They're kids, though. They're the ones with the long lives to live.
Yeah, let them go.
So are you saying
the kid's got to stay healthy on his own up until about 5, and then they become useful to society. Up until 5, you're on your own.
This is very Darwinian of you.
No, I'm not being a creep about it. Kids are great after 5, but from day 1 to 5, if there's a problem, you let them go.
I mean, I guess they're not the greatest providers in the world, but what do
they contribute? Bunch of shit and piss and noise.
It's true, but we do need to rebuild the population.
Yeah, we will, but not with a bunch of these little fucking sick things.
I see.
Draining our resources. Well, he needs his heart fixed. Does he?
So the way you see peanut allergies, for instance, going away is
put that fucking head in a bag of planters and get rid of them. Grab them by their fucking baby feet and dip them into some planters.
I see. Okay. All right. I mean, it's like you said. It's controversial.
Enough.
But maybe we need that.
Exactly. When's the last time you said, wow, I'm so happy that 4-year-old did that?
Right.
Never.
What about a 3-year-old kid?
Fuck him.
Who's asthmatic?
Yeah, is he? Slow down. Learn responsibility for your own breathing.
You don't think that you could let some kind of subsidy come in?
No, I don't.
And give them their inhaler?
No,
or something?
I don't.
Okay.
Give his mother a fucking bag. Here, have him hyperventilate into this. Breathe into this.
And if it doesn't work out?
Oh, I guess you already got the bag. Just throw it over his head.
Let's go to
fucking little drain.
Jeff in Boston. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, guys. So Obamacare has not been a disaster at all. Millions of people have health insurance because of it. And all this talk about premiums going up, these are people who didn't have any health insurance before Obamacare.
Oh.
So would you rather have no health insurance or health insurance that's a little bit more expensive?
So wait, are the premiums are going up for 100% of people who paid nothing?
Well, yeah, so the people
100% of nothing is still nothing.
Who didn't have health insurance before. That's the only people who are in these healthcare exchanges. You know, I get health insurance through my employer. Nothing's changed. That's the way it is, I'm sure, for you guys and most people. When they talk about the premium increases, those are people who were in Obamacare plans.
Yeah, I was saying this.
But don't you think that somebody who signed up for Obamacare was going like, okay, government health care, this probably shouldn't cost me too much. And now that after only however long it's been
11 years.
What? I don't think it's been 11 years. It's been like 3 years, and it's already skyrocketing. The rates, and it's not like skyrocketing, like, oh, it's not really skyrocketing. It's definitely really skyrocketing.
Yeah, through the roof, dude, through the roof.
Thank you, Jim. And this is a guy who understands.
Absolutely.
I hear what you're saying, but this is the health care plan Republicans want. It's not government health care. It's private insurers. That's who's offering it. That's what Republicans have been telling us we need to do.
I hate to tell you this, and I don't mean to sound like a know-it-all, but from the shows that I've watched, it would not appear that Republicans want Obamacare.
No, that's not what I want. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, they want, the reason why healthcare costs are so high is because we have private insurers and pharmaceutical companies and all these private enterprises trying to make a ton of money off of it. That's why the costs are going up. It has nothing to do with Obamacare, and that's what Republicans have been saying we need to do. They say we can't have government-run healthcare like they have in Canada. It'll be so terrible, and so we've been doing it their way, and so that's what Obamacare is. It's private insurance subsidized by the government.
Well, you know what?
That used to be what Republicans were for back in the 90s. Look it up.
All right.
If I want my prick pulled, I'll do it myself.
I don't know the answer, sir.
Let's go to Jim in
right here
in Arkansas.
Oh no, not that Jim. He's stupid.
What's up, Jim?
Hello, Jim.
Thank you very much.
Right.
So the last guy pretty much summed it up. Obamacare is really, it's subsidized insurance for people that don't have insurance or don't make enough money to afford insurance.
Right.
So let's say you have, your plan under Obamacare was $60 last year. It's going up to $75 next year. Big deal.
Does it?
Right. But it sounds like a lot.
It's not. I mean, that's 25% increase. And the people
that's a big increase.
that complain about it, either would rather have cigarettes and cell phones than they would pay for their insurance. So
yeah, but that's up to people.
No, but you know what? If that's what the price, I'm sure some of the prices are a lot more than that.
Yeah.
But if it just sounds like a high percent, but you're still paying almost nothing, then that's different.
Affordable insurance, a subsidized insurance, is basically welfare. If you can't afford it, they're going to help you pay it. People like you and people like
celebrities.
I pay, Blue Cross, Blue Shield. I have every year for the last 25 years. I paid for my children. It's $225.
How much?
All right, listen.
$225 a month for myself and 2 children.
Listen to this. Listen to this, Jim. In Arizona, unsubsidized rates for a 27-year-old buying a benchmark, second lowest cost silver plan are scheduled to jump by 116%.
From what to what?
From $196 a month to $422 a month.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Well, I think they need to shop around a little bit. Obviously, they're not buying it from the right company.
Oklahoma consumers face the next largest increase at 69%.
Yeah, that's a lot of
scratch.
Yeah, I'm doing the money thing with my fingers.
It's so cool when you do that.
Thanks, John.
And
there's a lot of
It says in the same article, and I'll go to Jim because he's obviously the expert on this. He's read the plan.
Yeah, I've read the article.
But
it's negative.
There are many places where there aren't options anymore.
Right.
The people are dropping out, so you only have one spot to go to for this Obamacare insurance, or you have to pay up in taxes.
So basically, or you have to pay for a provider.
Right.
That you can't afford, but you couldn't afford before anyway. So this is still a cheaper option than you would have had.
Much cheaper, and she's right. I mean, it's, don't scrap the plan that everybody's paid for and worked so hard for. Let's just refine it and make it better. There's 32 million people that now have coverage. The reason the rates are going up so high, the last guy was correct. It's because of the other providers, and everybody else is gouging the public. But it's also because of the uninsured people that get a cold and they have to go to the emergency room.
Well, yeah.
People who don't have insurance.
But that's,
that drives up.
By the way,
cost.
that's exactly what happens with nationalized health care, is that everybody goes to the emergency room for everything. That's what's happened. I mean, in Canada, in the UK, like that's what happens.
Yeah.
When health care is free, you end up going. People who can afford, when health care is free, people can afford health care, still buy it because everybody goes to the emergency room. It's impossible to see anybody because you have a headache, and it's like, just go to the emergency room. It's free.
Right.
It happens every time.
Yeah, not in my life. It doesn't.
Because you don't have free health care. You live in America.
That's right. Fucking commie.
It's just
socialist.
It's just a bad example. Let's go to Bob in Minnesota. What's going on, Bob?
Morning, boys.
What's up, buddy?
Hi, Bob.
I'm self-employed, and when this healthcare kicked in, I was paying $335 a month. I buy my health insurance through Blue Cross Blue Shield, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm paying $635 a month. I got a letter in the mail saying Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota is not going to accommodate paying customers anymore. They're just going to take on Medicare. So basically, they're going to Obamacare. So I'm going to have to shop around and try and find a plan that is not Obamacare. These last two guys are full of shit. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
It seems
you could always go to the emergency room. Obamacare was supposed to stop people from going to the emergency room.
Right. It seems like the people who are for Obamacare do not have it, and the people who are against Obamacare have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that was what we said when we were. A lot of the drafting of this legislation was going on. Is that people were?
What do you mean? What do you mean we?
I'm not officially in on it, but I was I was a consultant.
Wow.
This guy's wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He said he lives it.
No, he doesn't.
You don't think so?
No, he's lying.
We said he's self-employed and his premiums went up.
Maybe, but the premiums didn't go up, so your premiums dropped this year.
Bob, you call me a liar. God damn it.
Okay, goodbye. I guess he's lying.
I'm gonna come. Oh, that's me.
What was that?
The sound clip. I didn't know it was me.
What did you say in it?
Well, please, like you haven't heard this before. Oh, I'm gonna come.
Oh. We don't need that. Keith in California, what's going on, pal?
Not much. I'm just kind of laughing at everybody complaining about these rates. I pay for 2 kids and my wife.
How much are they?
Health insurance.
I didn't think you could order them. I've tried. Like seahorses, you grow them in your toilet.
$1,200 a month.
You misunderstood.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and everybody's bitching about, $60, $70, even $200 a month. That's nothing. I mean, $1,200 is what I pay, and it's going up. My agent called me the other day and said, "Hey, your premiums are going up. What do you want to look at?" And you don't have much to choose from if you're paying it for yourself. So,
but you don't have Obamacare. You just pay for health insurance.
You know what? The problem is if you're a private person and not going through your corporation, don't have a company plan, it's labeled as Obamacare. So I'm still paying $1,200, and it's a mirrored program. So when I go to places, they sit there and go, "Oh, no, you have Obamacare. We don't accept it." And I have to call my agent. My agent has to call them, and they have to go through the whole process. And I have a PPO, but it's a mirrored program. Because if you're an independent like myself that pays for their own insurance, it's a mirrored program, and not everybody wants to carry Obamacare.
That's really all you hear about.
It's the whole thing.
Is that Obamacare looks great on paper. And the people that were explaining, like the first couple callers that explain it, it sounds great on paper, and conceptually it's great. And then in practice, It doesn't work at all.
This guy's doing it wrong, though.
So what do you mean he's doing it wrong?
You're doing it wrong.
He bought insurance for his kids. How is he doing it wrong?
How old are your kids?
17 and 15.
Okay, at that point they need it. But I would say just get. You got to get it cheaper.
There's no way to get it cheaper.
Yeah, you got to spend less. You're spending too much, dude. Just find another one that's cheaper. There's a few out there that give you a couple $100 a month.
All right, Keith. Thank you very much.
Keith.
I'm glad we have. I honestly, I just kind of was. I brought up the topic, and I thought we were just going to shoot the shit on it a little bit. I didn't realize I had an Obamacare expert.
Yeah, I mean, I know enough about it.
Wow. Okay,
Sure.
This is great. This is great. Okay,
I'll
we
help
have
you with
another
your problems.
We have another dissatisfied customer. Actually,
yeah, someone else doesn't know what they're talking about. Hello,
Tom in Michigan.
Yeah, these guys are talking about Obamacare. Don't know what the hell they're talking about.
That's right.
One, on the 30 million, if they actually, I don't have the exact numbers, but if they look at it, there's like 8 million people that are on Medicaid, which is not Obamacare.
Right.
And there's only about 10 million
12
new people that are actually having this coverage.
Right.
And I know how they're getting paid for because I went from $365 to $865 a month in premium.
Jesus Christ.
And I chose the cheapest plan, and I had to change plans, and I had to change doctors.
Okay,
yeah,
Jim.
but you shouldn't have done that. That you're spending more than you should have just kept paying the other amount.
The 365.
Yep.
He chose the cheapest plan.
No, he didn't.
And
He went up to 865.
Yeah, but
he's showing off.
Yeah.
His bill went up, but his plan stayed.
He's showing off. He wanted to get the highfalutin plan to tell his neighbors, guess how much I paid. They'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
All right, Tom.
Yeah, you could pay a lot more. Yeah, $500 a month. What could I do with that? I got 2 kids, college education.
Yeah.
So
here's my advice: stop bragging about it and just be humble and pay less.
Okay, that's actually great advice.
Yeah,
so you're
yeah.
saying instead of going for the cheapest plan at 800, go for 300.
You go for the 365.
Okay.
Just live within, stay in your lane. Don't go grab the better health care.
Okay, that's
Showing
actually I get that. I get that.
Helping you out.
Let's go to Joe in Maine. What's going on, Joe?
Not much. You know, it's the one thing everyone keeps forgetting is the word subsidized.
I didn't forget that word. I opened the show with it.
Well, the premiums are going up, but the individual Obamacare recipient is not paying a lot more. Who's paying a lot more is everyone else that's not in the Obamacare plan.
John Q. Public.
I'm independent. I'm an independent contractor.
I am too, man. I don't like anyone telling me what to do.
And I pay like $6,000 a year. And that's going to go up for me to cover everyone else that can't, you know, when the premiums go up for Obamacare.
Yeah, but that's cool, though. So you're saying that's good, right? So you like Obamacare, but a lot of people don't.
Oh, I love it. I love giving more and more money to the government and less in my pocket. That's why I can't come see Tim Norton, because I don't have enough money to go see his show.
Well, you know, all right, yeah, I don't have a good argument for that. I think that what you're making a decision that you'd rather have health care. They say laughter is the best medicine, so technically coming to see me is a part of your health care coverage.
So that's what you should be investing the money in.
That's where you should go. Is laughter being good medicine? It's good for you.
Is that a write-off?
It should be, yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Natalie in Atlanta.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you? How's Tootie and Blair?
Not that, Natalie. I don't think.
Thank you very much, Jim. I saw you in Atlanta. It was a great show. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really enjoy going down to the ATL.
And you're going to be in Philly this weekend, right?
Yes, and I have Hartford and L.A. going on. I'm doing L.A. when we're out there on that Friday night. Ooh. The Melrose Improv in Hartford, Connecticut. I'm doing, which is going on sale today.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, a lot of gigs. But yes, I'll be whatever. Just sorry. Go ahead, miss.
It's okay.
Babbling.
Just wanted to jump in on the first couple guys that called in. So my company, we only have 7 employees. So for us to do a big program is too expensive. So we do have to do Obamacare. And for myself and my daughter, it was $499 last year. It's going up to $820 a month.
Cool. All right. So you're happy. Now you saying you wanted to go up to 11 or 1,200? Or are you happy with the 8?
Absolutely. I figured I'd sell my house, get an apartment, and pay my premiums like I would a mortgage.
Yeah, that's really expensive. I mean, you're lucky you're able to afford it.
It's awesome.
That's not what Natalie.
Congratulations. Yeah, she's calling up to brag a little bit. Like, look what I could get now.
So you think all these people? Thank you, Natalie. You think all these people that are calling up to talk about how high their premiums are a bunch of braggarts?
They're show-offs.
Yeah, I see.
Hey, look at the plan I got.
I see. You know, everybody that's actually paying Obamacare seems like they're paying a lot more than the $75 the guy threw out there as a hypothetical.
Yep, that was definitely a low-end hypothetical, but I wanted him for that reason.
You wanted who for that reason?
That guy to call with that.
Because you like that it's on the low end?
Yeah.
So you think more of these people that are paying hundreds of dollars a month should be paying like 70?
No, I think the bottom line is they're choosing to pay all this.
Right.
And that's up to them. They don't have to. They could just find a cheaper plan.
I see. So they're going for like the Ferrari of healthcare.
The show off. Yeah, they want to just tell their neighbors how much they're spending.
Which is ridiculous.
Of course.
Let's go to Ben in North Carolina.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Hello,
Love the
Ben.
new show.
Welcome, Benny.
How are you, Jimmy?
Good, buddy.
Jimmy, when are you coming back down to Charlotte?
You know what? I was already there. I'm repeating a couple cities on the tour just to wrap up before I shoot, but probably middle of next year.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah, no, I just wanted to call because it sounded like a couple of those guys were close to getting stuffed with the pillow, smothered with Jimmy's handlebar pillow. But as a younger gentleman, my premiums are insane. I mean, up in New York, they were about $400. Down here in North Carolina, they're a little bit less. You got to be making like $2,500 or $25,000 a year just to be eligible for the subsidy. So there really is nothing. They're just skyrocketing basically.
It really seems like they sold us a bill of goods, Jim. It said it seems like they've led us up the creek without a paddle.
Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up!
Robert in Birmingham, welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Hey, guys. Yeah, the program was screwed from the beginning because by letting the young, healthy people stay on their parents' insurance to 26 and then setting the penalty so low, if you were a young, healthy person, you were crazy to pay those premiums to get on Obamacare. So the pool of people is just the sickest people that use the health care the most, which drives the cost of the programs up, and that's why the premiums are going up. The penalties weren't high enough to force people on it. If you're a young person, you're stupid to be paying those premiums instead of paying a $95 a year penalty.
So you're saying that there's lower premiums out there, and basically the government left a loophole. The government was like looking at people going,
"Come and get it."
I don't think that's what he was saying at all.
I do.
Like, I think you completely misinterpreted. So what you're actually saying is that premiums are going up across the board regardless of Obamacare because now people are allowed to stay on their parents' insurance until they're 26, so the companies have to make up that
cost. Those big premium increases that were quoted, those are Obamacare increases. The other guy was right, except he kept saying subsidized, you dumbass.
Yeah, put a T in there. He's a fool.
Yeah, but the premiums for everyone are going up, not just those on Obamacare, but the ones they're publishing are just the Obamacare premiums. When you change the risk pool so that it skews to the sickest people that utilize the program the most, costs go up. That's the way it works.
Now, Jim, when you were drafting this thing, why wouldn't you have brought up skewing the risk pool?
I talked about it, and we thought that people would really enjoy the braggadocious nature of getting the higher premiums.
Oh, so you mean like you actually gave higher premiums as an incentive?
Yeah, like if you work hard, you can have this.
If you do everything that you can pay more, and that way you can brag to your neighbors.
Absolutely, yeah.
I see. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
John in Georgia. What's up, John?
Hey guys, I can help you understand why some of these premiums are going up.
Yeah, I already understand.
Oh, I know Jim does.
Right. No. I'm a bit more ignorant though, so I appreciate. Yeah.
It used to be that you could rate people.
Hey, Mal, come on. That's not right. You got to get consent. I understand the motive of saying that, but you're not allowed to rate people, dude. Don't start spreading that around.
He said rate.
I heard what he said. Go ahead, sir.
Imagine calling up a talk show. You know, when I was growing up, it used to be that you could rate people.
Yeah, you're not allowed to rate people. Let's just say that for the record. Go ahead, sir.
So you could look at factors like their pre-existing conditions. You could look at, for Jim, you could say, listen, he's got a lifestyle of
laughter and fun and friendship.
And yeah, so you might get a more expensive health care plan because you have life factors.
Higher risk, yeah.
Yeah. Now, today, under Obamacare, it doesn't matter if you're on the system or you're not on the system. There's really only 3 factors they're allowed to rate you on, and that's location, sex, and age. And so what's happening is that everybody that's 35 and lives in Georgia pays the same rate. I'm sorry, the last factor is whether you smoke or not. So anybody that's a non-smoker, lives in Georgia, and is 35 years old pays the same rate. What that means is that
John,
you're subsidizing.
I think that we're all kind of left with the same question.
Yeah.
Where did cheese go?
I don't know.
And that's
I
what's
completely
not.
understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And for everybody that's calling in and saying that these rate increases are only for they're subsidized, there's thousands and millions of people that are paying unsubsidized rates.
Yeah.
The subsidies go away at like $40,000 a year for a family of four.
You knew that,
so
Jim?
if you're a family of four, you make more than $40,000 a year, you're paying the full rate.
Oh, come on. You really think that?
You're not so smart now, are you?
Thank you, John. I mean, John did strike me as an educated guy to
You're
this.
a fool. He's guessing.
He was just making it up?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Well, here, Brent in South Dakota. What's up, Brent? Welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Hey, boys.
What's up,
I'll
buddy?
let you guys know, I don't know a whole lot about the Obamacare package completely, but it saved my ass when I got colon cancer here in May.
Oh, Mr. High and Mighty.
You think he's bragging about getting colon cancer?
Yeah, I mean, people try to get it, and then you go out there and you get it, and just be humble about it. Don't go bragging to everybody.
Who tries to get colon cancer?
He did. He all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I got it okay. I tried real hard, and I did it.
All right, good boy. Congratulations.
Thanks,
Are you going to
buddy.
be all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be all right. But, I mean, Obamacare was no pre-existing. That's the only one that saved my ass. Otherwise, insurance was going to cost me about $1,600 a month for a family. I'm only paying $420 now for a family through Obamacare.
You going to be okay, Brent?
Oh, you like it.
Oh, yeah, I like that. That's the only thing I do like about it is it saved my ass.
You're paying less, yeah. So, yeah, are you going to be all right?
Oh, yeah. That you guys every morning listen to.
You gonna be all right though? You're so stupid. Goodbye, Brent.
Yeah, good luck, man. Feel bad for the guy. Colon cancer's a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. But it doesn't give you an excuse. He said the phrase "it saved my ass" so many times in that phone call because it was a reference to colon cancer.
Oh,
you know what
Kenny's the comedian around here.
Carlos in Atlanta.
Hello, Carlo.
Welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Hey, fellas. First of all, a couple of points. One is not just a $95 penalty. That penalty increases annually every time you choose not to participate.
Cool.
Secondly, from an employer standpoint.
Wait, is it $95 a year or $95 a month?
A day.
$95 a year.
A year, I said.
Oh, $95 a year.
Exactly. $95 a year. You fucking, how much is that a day? Do 365 divided by 95. Get back to me, Adrian, quickly.
You're talking about 30 cents, probably.
No.
More or less.
From the employer standpoint, let's say the premium in a month is $400. The employee can only contribute up to 9.5% of their annual wage on a monthly basis. Let's say it's $100.
Yeah, but so what?
The employer has to contribute $300.
Jim, I think I figured out the loophole here. Stay healthy, and you just pay $100 a year. That way, you don't have to pay any premiums at all.
There you go.
Isn't that what you should do?
Yeah, just stay healthy.
Here's what
Quit
you
getting
do.
sick.
Start every morning with a tall glass of OJ. Get that vitamin C in you. And all of a sudden, you only have to pay $100 a year.
That's right. How about you be good to yourself, too? Start the morning with a positive affirmation. I do. I walk right over to the mirror.
What's your pleasure, young fella?
Yes.
Then I go out and I have a good day.
Get some orange juice in your system. Go for a jog every morning.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised. You're just paying $100 a year after that.
Exactly. Obamacare is weeding out all the sickly people.
Let's say as the employer, the premium doubles. It's now $800 a month. The employee still only has to pay about $125 a month, but the employer has to suck up the rest of that premium. So it's a huge hit to business.
Here's what I would do if I were an employer. I would offer all of my employees a crisp $100 bill every year and say, everybody stay healthy now.
Yeah.
This should take care of your taxes.
That's why they're only hiring people part-time, because they don't have to pay your health insurance.
Right.
So people are getting fucked like that. Whole thing is just a real, we're all mucking up in the mud there. Getting stuck.
Yeah, I guess that's where you would muck up.
Everyone is stuck. Yeah, but the company's trying to save money by hiring people part-time.
That's right. I mean, why didn't you see that coming when you were designing this thing?
We did. We thought part-time work was good because people work less, they feel healthier.
But then they don't
have more time to exercise and stay healthy.
They're not making as much money.
Yeah, they're not going to have to waste it on healthcare. If you only work at 4 hours a day, you have plenty of time to take vitamins, do exercise, monitor your health.
You're saying work 4 hours a day, then don't get health insurance.
Right.
And just pay the $100 a year.
Take that 4 hours and do healthy stuff.
Right. I understand.
Take some emergency.
That's smart.
Sure.
That's smart, actually. John in Massachusetts.
Hey, guys. Love the new show.
Thank you.
I just wanted to bring up that no one's mentioning most of the insurance policies for us in the private sector that are just above the level of Obamacare pay-wise have a $6,000 deductible. My premium barely went up.
Cool.
But my insurance and like 5 of my friends' insurance was all canceled. And one of my friends, his was canceled because he didn't have maternity insurance, and he has a vasectomy, and his wife has a hysterectomy. And
wow, where do they keep them?
Yeah.
Those are fancy cars.
They thought I had I had cancer, so I had to have an MRI and all these tests that ran up to like $4,000 that I had to pay out of pocket. So it doesn't really do good to say I have insurance when it doesn't cover anything till I hit $6,000.
Well, I'll tell you this.
It's a big deductible.
I want you to know something.
Yeah.
I go to the doctor very, very rarely. You know
why?
You
go to the vet.
That's not true. That's not true. I eat an apple every morning.
Yep, apple a day keeps the doctor away.
And that's it. That's what I would do. If I were starting a company, and this is advice to any business owner, buy stock in apples, get a ton of them. Buy them wholesale. Bring in an apple a day for all of your employees, and then a crisp $100 bill each year. And I'll bet you won't have to pay for their health insurance anymore.
And even if they don't get healthy, if they're really fat, the apple in the mouth is a funny visual.
It is. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. We have a lot to do today. Bert Kreischer's coming in.
That's right.
I do want to play...
tell Bert not to tell any of the same stories you told yesterday, because Opie replays before we do, so people will be hearing the same thing.
So he's got to... All that gets stricken from the record. We have to start fresh.
Yeah, so it's new.
With Bert Kreischer.
Yes.
He better not have see him. He better not have told that great machine story on Opie's show yesterday, because I want to hear it this morning.
What's the machine story?
It's the story everybody makes him tell.
In Russia?
Yeah.
I've heard that story. Thank you, Roland. Roland just killed himself. I don't need to hear the machine story.
No, I was joking. I was just kidding, because everybody makes him.
They do? Do they really?
Yeah. I mean, he has to go around for a long time. He had to go around just telling that machine story.
How does he have
everywhere.
the energy to tell? I don't understand.
He's a very energetic guy. I love Bert.
I do too. I just don't have the energy to tell stories.
That probably doesn't make you as good a comedian.
Barely have the energy to get that sentence out.
Well, I go on at night. I do stand up at night.
That's when and that's true. You get yourself all pepped up.
Yeah. I don't want to, it's 8, 9 in the morning, tell big, high energy stories.
You don't?
No.
You just want to relax with a hot cup of Joe.
Hot cup of Joe.
Introduce everybody to the day.
Welcome everybody to the day. Let everybody wake up and feel good about the day.
I get that. I
have dates going on sale at 10 a.m. this morning. Los Angeles is going on sale in Hartford, Connecticut. The dates will be on my website. They're coming up in November, and then LA is the Friday that we're there next Friday. A week from this Friday where I'm in Philly.
So this Friday you're in Philly, next Friday you're in LA. My God, you are certainly catching a view of this country, aren't you, Jim?
I just want to die.
We'll be back after this. Welcome back. It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Yeah.
Bert Kreischer's going to be here in a little bit.
My neck just hurts when I hear this.
You're just used to leaving it on your computer?
Yeah. On my cell phone. Everywhere. Yeah, it is funny.
Everybody, because that was back like when Meat Spin first got popular. It was when people were still using AOL Instant Messenger.
Sure.
And the favorite thing amongst us to do would be you could edit a link in AOL Instant Messenger. So like we'd go like, oh my God, check this out. And we'd just write like yahoo.com/blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you'd click the Yahoo link and it would go straight to just a dick spinning right in your face.
Yeah.
God damn it. It's great.
Yeah, people have gotten a little lazy with their pranks.
You
like
think
when
so?
they send you to a fake YouTube link, they just send you to the real one and an ad plays and it blows it. Like Rickrolling was almost not as instant as it used to be.
Oh, because there's an ad that plays before it?
Yeah, and they just send you to it and then you see the real name pop up instead of creating a new place.
And
That's
now there's so many different like things that you just see the preview of. Like even in iMessage now, you send a link and like a little preview box pops up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
so you can't see. Well,
And
you
it's
wouldn't know that because you didn't upgrade to iOS 10, but
right.
No, I didn't.
No, so I could still prank.
Wait, iOS 10 on your home computer, on your laptop, or your fucking your cell phone?
iOS 10 would not do well on your laptop.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to run a mobile software on my.
Oh, it's mobile. No, I didn't upgrade it. No, fuck it.
If I was running iOS 10, it would drive me fucking crazy because I'd just be leaving fingerprints all over my monitor and nothing would be happening. Nothing would be happening.
So wait a minute. iOS 10 fucking erased all your text messages. It happened to 2 people I know.
It didn't happen to me.
It happened to me.
It did. Oh yeah, you're one of those 2 people.
Yeah.
All right, one person and a douche. It happened to you being the person, of course.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And yeah, it is. It's a great thing. Get iOS 10 for your iPhone 6 if you want little previews for the links that you send in text.
Awesome.
And if you want your phone to turn into just a piece of shit.
It does. It's a piece of shit upgrade.
It's great. I
Every
love it.
person. Yeah, but you have the new phone.
No, I have an old 5 last year's.
I hate when you fucking. Then someone said you see happy birthday and balloons pop up. Go fuck yourself.
That's what happens. That's what happens. My wife thinks that like I did something special for her birthday because I just texted her happy birthday and balloons came up and she was like,
it should happen at awful times.
She goes, "How did you do that?" And I go, "I don't know."
It should happen at different times. Like, sorry about the miscarriage, and then balloons pop up. Happy shit.
Yeah. When somebody has cancer, it's like, well, I guess nobody's going to be saying happy birthday, and you just send it just so the balloons pop up.
Or no, you're right. Happy last birthday.
Just so all the balloons go. Yeah, it's a total piece of shit.
That's what I'm hearing.
And I tell you why.
Why?
Because they designed it specifically so that the processor in the iPhone 6 can't handle the operating system. That's why it is. The software itself is fine. It's good. It's great software. But this device that they put out 2 years ago, it's far too old to handle it.
Well, they do that so you get the new one, and
of course they do.
And the new ones are probably not in the store right now. I bet if you go to the store, you can't find them.
Well, wait till you hear this advice I got, because they go. Everybody's like, you just stop, Sam. You're being silly. Just buy the new iPhone. Yeah, I'm being silly. I just go buy the new iPhone. Yeah, sure. And the best advice I got was, good news, Sam. I go, what? They say, every morning when you wake up, you can go to the Apple website and you can check the stock of the stores near you so you can find out if you can go buy a phone.
Fuck them.
Yes.
And they're purposeful understock.
Yeah.
I never buy the phones when they come out now just for that reason.
And then this is great. In my moment of outrage, I said, wait, I'm going to show Apple. They're going to know not to mess with Sam Roberts, the last professional broadcaster, again.
Stop quoting that douche.
I said, they're going to know. And I went to the Verizon store and I said, sir, I would like to take a look at the Google Pixel phone, please. Why don't you show that to me, and I'll show Apple there is life outside the iPhone.
So what happened with the Google Pixel phone?
Well,
I can't believe I want more of the story.
Oh, yeah, because they go, no problem. You want it in black or white? And I go, I guess I'll have it in black.
Of course.
That's right. Like my men. And they go, okay, so 32 gigs.
How long will it last?
I'll tell you this. 32 gigs. I go, I don't want...
32 gigs?
Right.
Stop it.
Right. I go, give me 128 gigs. And they go, well, we won't have that in stock until the middle of the month. It's like, fuck you guys too. Fuck everyone.
They're awful.
Nobody has any phones. Nobody's got phones.
No, they make them and they purposely don't have them.
Yes.
They're just assholes.
Yes.
Check if Apple has the new iPhone around here. I bet you it doesn't.
In the big... You don't think it has it in the big store?
No.
It does. The only one you can't get is the Plus and 7 Black, or the jet black one.
Ooh.
The best one.
Phone of mystery.
Yeah, the one that everybody wants, and then they just put a case over it anyway.
I know.
That's a good point.
My wife wanted the 7 Plus in jet.
Of course she did. She ain't getting that at home.
You made that joke.
I know I did. Fun to do twice, though.
But like it arrives.
New listeners need to find out Travis has a small penis.
Yeah, I know. Right now, believe me. And I think I said she's got the iPhone. She's got the 4S. She wants the 7 Plus Black.
That's right. You did. You hurt my feelings.
Thank you. I didn't mean it.
But she gets it in the mail, and then like 20 minutes later, we're at the mall, and she's buying a case for it. So I'm like, why'd you even want that?
But you can get it, but in different colors.
Yeah. You
What's
can.
this fucking jackless earphones?
Jackless?
Or you can't plug them in. Wireless.
You mean the AirPods?
Well, you can't plug them in because they're not built to be plugged in.
Right, but I mean, I don't want to. I hate Apple's fucking headphones. They hurt my ears.
Then don't buy them.
Hey, don't worry about it, Jim. There's no headphone jack in the new iPhone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so how do I use my Bose headphones?
There's an adapter.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
How big is it?
It's 2 inches.
Right. And it's perfect for if you want to charge your phone while listening to music. No can do, buddy. No, not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Well, I don't. Well, who the fuck stands there with the headphones on?
I have no idea. Like that's such a complaint from people, but I have never been charging my phone and listening to music.
No one has. What do you just sit there listening to your music attached to your laptop?
No. Well, yeah, if you're on a train or a moving vehicle.
You know what? That is true.
Oh.
Or you have to use the wireless headphones, which means you need a fucking Bluetooth connection.
Exactly. Exactly.
My internet shit the bed last night. Fucking annoying. It's amazing how helpless you feel without your internet.
Too much porn?
No, it just all stopped.
What were you doing when the internet stopped?
Honestly, just doing something work-related. Nothing deviant.
So what'd you do? Just waited patiently?
It wasn't fixed when I went to bed, and I'm like, I can't get aggravated. I'm just going to go to bed.
Did you restart your modem?
You know, I probably should have, but the way it's done, it's on its side, so I have to unplug it. I'm going to just, hopefully it's better today.
Literally would have taken you a minute.
All you have to do is plug and unplug the thing.
Yeah.
It works, like, I would say 90% of the time. That's the problem.
Yeah, but it was on its side.
I'll call them today.
You don't have to call anyone. Just plug, unplug, and then plug.
Do you have Fios?
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. Have you seen those commercials where, like, you can sort of like FaceTime with them and they can see what you're trying to do and they can walk you through it?
Not on. Can you do it without internet?
You have data on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true. He actually brings up a good point. He brings up a good point. Adrian gave up on trying to see if the Apple Store had iPhones.
What happened? Did they or no? Did you check it? What were you doing?
He was just looking at photos of the Apple Store. I saw him. He didn't know what to click.
I filled the adapter thing.
Oh, the adapter.
It's a third-party shitty one that you have to get on eBay. Bill in New York. You're on Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hello,
buddy.
Bill.
So there's this thing going on with the difference with the memories of the iPhone 7. So the 32 gig is lower than the whichever is the 256 gig.
Why?
I don't know. There's this video on YouTube on unboxtherapy.com.
Yeah, that's true.
They show that the 32 gig.
It's way slower.
Sorry, the 32 gig loads slower than the other high memory phones, and Apple hasn't said anything about it.
So what do you think it is?
I think that Apple cheaped out on the lower memory just to make more money and hasn't told anybody about it.
Thinking that any fucking welfare kid that bought a 32 gig phone isn't going to know what's good anyway.
How many gigs is the highest?
First of all, don't buy a 32 gig phone.
Exactly. That's just a lesson. Apple wanted to teach a lesson to anybody who would have
32 is the new 16,
phone.
so don't.
Yay.
Nope.
32 is the new 3. So what's the
By the way, I have to tell you something.
Sure.
Adrian is having so much trouble trying to figure out.
Watch me find it in 2 seconds.
I don't know what he's doing. This is 7. Go to that one.
Adrian, just go through the process of trying to buy a phone. And then you can check in store.
Okay. Oh, he goes. I saw him pass the in-store pickup link like pages and pages ago.
What? Let me ask you a question.
Learn more.
How many memories? What memories do they have?
32, 128, and 256.
That's new 256.
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot.
They have the memory of an elephant.
256 gigs on your fucking phone.
Yeah.
But are they just? Is everything just running higher now? Or,
I don't think that was a question.
Jim, you're getting way too techie for us. Like I don't. This isn't that type of show. This is like, would you go to school for this?
No, meaning more.
Look at
requiring
this.
more memory.
It's unavailable for
of course
pickup.
It is. Yeah, I could have told you. Of course, everywhere it's unavailable. Of course.
But what did you search for?
256.
He said 256.
The iPhone 7.
In
what color?
Black.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, I already said,
Travis said don't do that.
Well, Adrian's getting stressed out. By the way, the reason they sold out of phones is because of all the time it took Adrian to figure out if they had them.
Yeah, it really was.
They literally had hundreds of phones when we started this conversation.
Don't.
Unavailable.
Of course, I guarantee you that this. When did it come out?
Months ago.
Over a month ago.
Yeah, these fucking cunts. They do this every time.
Let's get it in rose gold, Adrian. Let's see what they have in unavailable in rose gold.
It's
That's the
unavailable
shittiest
everywhere.
color. All I want is a 256. No, unavailable. Ships in 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, good.
What
an impulse buy that is.
256 anyway.
Look at you, you fucking apologist.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I may have said that 2 years ago before I was streaming all my music, but you don't.
Jim doesn't stream. He doesn't use the cloud at all.
No, I don't fuck with the cloud.
Spotify?
Do I? Yeah, at home I have.
Yeah, you do. You have it on your phone too. You just have to download the app.
Yeah, I don't really mess with it. I don't stream.
You just you put the music on your phone.
I just put it on, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I own most of the music that I want. Like, I actually do that when you have Spotify. I'm like, there's really nothing I want to go and find.
Oh, good news. 128 gigs, not available.
Yeah.
Not available.
I love Apple, but I also hate them because they do this shit on purpose.
You love Apple because they used to be amazing.
They did used to be amazing.
When Steve Jobs was in charge. Yeah. Now we're stuck with one man.
Tim Cook is a real fucking jizzbag.
It's Eddie Q. Eddie Q is the savior of Apple. Tim Cook has Eddie Q pressed down in the cellar somewhere. Travis, do you think Eddie Q could save the company?
100%.
I do too.
1,000%.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too.
You won't see any of those unavailable for pickups when Eddie Q's in charge.
That's right. Here's what I'm thinking, gang. Make more phones.
Did you hear about this? This is just annoying me so much. Berkeley.
What about?
Safe spaces for people of color.
No. Tell me what's happening.
They're protesting at Berkeley. The students are calling for safe spaces for transgendered people as well as people of color. The protesters are harassing white students trying to study, barring their path across a key bridge while allowing students of color safe passage.
Why are they doing this? The whole world is a safe space.
They're blocking traffic. In the video of protest, the so-called anti-racism protesters were seen denying passage across the bridge to white students, shouting, "Go around," while happily allowing students of color to pass through.
Because white privilege has made it so that we can get places quickly, you see.
Yeah,
so now we have to see what it's like.
Yeah. Don't people of color know that it's just a bunch of snotty, condescending white people who are going, "Yeah, we agree with you," because they feel better than you? Don't you get that?
Yeah.
Any white people co-signing this feel better than you.
Right. And it's all based on like guilt and sympathy. Like there's no equal footing for it. It's not like we're sitting there going like, okay, the white people that agree with you because you guys are equals. They're like, no, they're right. It's their time. It's as condescending.
It's very condescending
as anything I've ever seen. Let's hear what
they just want to mean something.
You know what's going on in colleges? There's not enough to fucking do.
There's not enough to complain about.
They need more assignment. They need to do more stuff.
Homework.
Yeah. They need stuff to do. They send them off to college and they have their dorm rooms and they're like, there's no reason for these people to live on campus. All they have is free time to get upset about stuff that is not worth getting upset about. There is not enough going on in colleges. And can you, being a parent and saving and saving and saving, or taking out loans or doing whatever it is that you're doing to send a kid to college, and this is what they're doing. They're going to come out worse for this. They are absolutely going to come out worse.
Yeah, they're all just holding hands.
Why aren't they letting people cross
because
the stupid bridge?
They're little children.
It does nothing. It makes no impact on anything.
How is it not a fist fight?
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, what's your... Do you not want to be recorded?
Kind of not in this personal...
Okay, yeah. No.
I don't want to be recorded.
They don't want to be recorded, refuse to state their message on camera.
Yeah.
Because they don't really know what it is.
I don't want to be recorded because I'll look like a fucking asshole.
They're standing there in public. They want to be public, but they don't want to state their message because they don't know what the message is.
It's a giant demonstration.
Yeah.
How could they not want to be recorded or be shown in public?
They want to be a part of something. That's all it is. It's like, it's almost like college for people is so attractive because Kent State and all the stuff in the 60s and all these amazing protests, and now it's just blocking a bridge and allowing people of color to cross. It's an empty protest.
Safe spaces.
Yeah.
Safe spaces.
We need a safe space so we don't have to hear unpleasantness.
I never become more sympathetic to a message when I see that they're blocking traffic or blocking a bridge. I just think, oh, those fucking assholes.
Right, because you're right. That's a great point, because a lot of times they say, like, oh, well, what we're fighting is this or that, and I go, you know what, it is kind of fucked up that happens. But then when this is the demonstration, I go, yeah, but on the other hand, you guys are fucking assholes.
Yeah, when you're literally blocking the highway, like, I get that you want to get your message out, but I don't feel more sympathetic to you.
No, they just want to occupy thing. They want to say, like, well, we were at Occupy yesterday.
Right.
It's almost like things are too good and easy, and they need something to protest because that makes you feel like you have substance.
It says fight for queers and trans spaces of color.
Spaces of color.
What do you need?
It's childish.
What do you need? Like, there is no place in the world safer for trans or queers or colors or whatever anyone is anymore than
Berkeley.
A university in the United States of America.
Berkeley is the safest place on earth for everybody.
Yeah.
Can't you just go to your dorm room?
Yeah.
I don't know when I became, like, you know, the old guy who doesn't get it.
Yeah.
But I don't get it.
I don't either.
Here's what I get. Like, I get people deciding to get outraged, and it's easy to get outraged, and you feel like you're a part of something, like you just said, Jim, and like you decide to start this movement. And it's a lot of groupthink that goes on, and people get swept up in, and they just go, and they take whatever they have, whatever anger or upsetness or whatever it is that they have inside them, and they let it just come out through this, because this is an easy way we can find the enemy, and there's a lot of us, but none of it is thought out.
Right.
None of it leads anywhere. It's just a temper tantrum, and the real problem is that adults and people in charge are just like, well, you know, we have to give them their space. We have to give them. They're right. There's too many people that are smart enough to not be sympathetic to this.
Well, they
that
indulge
are
it,
totally
like,
sympathetic to it.
They indulge all of it. Like,
yes.
Instead of going, yes, some of it makes sense. And protesting is a part of college life. It's what they do. It's like you're fighting your parents. Yeah. You're fighting, you know, you're kind of breaking out into your own. That's part of, I guess, growing up. It's normal. But some of the things they do are just so privileged and cunty.
Yes.
Like the white people complaining about white privilege are all enjoying white privilege. And just by checking your privilege doesn't mean anything.
And don't safe spaces, to me at least, seem like you're going backwards and going more towards segregation?
Well, 100%. They're for that, and they're for, like, a lack of free speech. But it's different. They don't value it as much.
Yeah.
Unless it's theirs.
Because that's what it is. It's like, we don't want you talking about things that we're uncomfortable with. We don't want you being around us. Look, when I went to college, it just happened. Like, people of different ethnicities and whatever and lifestyles just ended up hanging out with each other. There was a self-segregation.
Adrian writes, it's all fat, ugly kids. Or maybe, yeah.
It really is. It really is. Nobody fun.
No.
Nobody fun is doing that.
Huh?
You're in college.
Yeah.
Why are you worrying about this shit?
Well, you can protest it, but it's the safe spaces are such a it literally is like saying, "Me want cribs, we want cribs, me want cribs."
That's what
they want cribs.
Like, people have always protested in college, but you're right. The idea that now safe spaces and controlling who comes on campus to speak, and all this stuff is insane.
Yeah, they don't even know. The problem is, I think in the 60s, at least it felt like, when everybody was doing dope and fighting the Vietnam War, at least it felt like people really knew what they wanted and what their message was. Now they don't even know what the fucking message is.
Right. They don't. They don't, and they can't explain to you what it is. And in the 60s, I don't think anybody was trying to get anybody else to shut up. I think they were trying to make their voice heard, but I don't think they were trying to silence the voice of the opposition. Whereas here now, in 2016, that's what protests are about, not only getting your voice out there and creating your safe space. The reason to have a safe space is so that you do not hear the opposing view.
Yeah.
That's what a safe space is all about.
Not one fuckable person, Adrian writes. They want to mean something, and life is so good in America. Like, let's be honest, it's pretty fucking good. And, you know, don't tell me that life on Berkeley campus isn't phenomenal and fun.
Oh, my God.
It's got to be great.
And they want to mean something, and they don't want to just go through life and go, wow, things are great. They want to feel like they have some kind of substance. Like, people want to feel like, hey, I matter, and I've been through it.
It's like
I fought.
College is a safe space. The whole thing is set up so that you have no problems. Like, nobody's, all they want you to do is go to class. You can skip classes. Nobody's even checking to see if you're going to class. Yeah. All they want you to do is do a bare minimum of work, and then if you want to, do some extracurriculars. But you don't have to. You can spend the rest of your time just getting fucked up if you want.
Lollygagging, Sam. Lollygagging.
Lollygagging, and you're free to do that.
God.
But it's like, you live on campus. It's all paid for by either student loans or mommy and daddy. So you don't have to worry about any of that. You don't have to worry about finding a job. You worry about nothing. That's why I bet I would wager a lot of money that most of these people that are protesting are probably going to go to several years of grad school, and because they're just not going to want to enter into the world.
And they're only stopping, I think, white people going through, if that's true. Yeah, of course. It's because, but
yeah,
it's
you
not,
can see in the video that people have to go around.
It's not because they're just afraid of being seen as racially insensitive.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It really is, and it's like, I don't mind them even being aggressive with their message, but to want to silence the opposition is so opposite of what they're supposedly saying.
Yeah, I'd respect them if they just said that. But they don't say that.
No.
They're like, no, we just want to... Just say what you want to do.
Right. We just want our voices heard. And you need to understand that when you say this, it affects us. But no, it doesn't.
Up.
No, it doesn't.
I retweeted some delightful young lady who said, I guess it was her quote, but something like, being offended is an emotion, not an argument. And that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You don't have to like something, but that's not the argument because you don't like it.
No. No, it absolutely isn't. I mean, and it's just going further and further and further, and most of that is because a lot of it's being placated towards. You know what I mean?
These kids. Yeah. There's no way to not sound like Blair White. There's no way to not sound like a fucking old man when you talk about this shit.
I guess not.
There's
but
no way.
It is what it is.
I know, but you can't say it without sounding old. I'm a lot older than you guys. There's no way to not sound like a fucking old fuddy-duddy.
It goes back to Travis's argument, like...
What? Being gay is okay? Which is right.
He's been pushing for that for a long time.
My safe space in here.
That's true. Tef Box is a safe space.
Right.
It's a space devoid of all fun and laughter.
But you can't... It becomes difficult to even have the argument. Like, you want to have the discussion of, like, okay, well, what are they protesting and what are they right about? Like, maybe, you know what? Some things do need to change, and maybe they do need this. But when they're acting like fucking dickheads,
they don't. Yeah,
it becomes impossible.
And they don't want to have a discussion. They just want to list their demands and get them.
Yeah, because they're right. They're right.
Stop their feet.
They're right. It's a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a temper tantrum, and this is what happens when you're a parent. Travis, you have a kid, right?
I do. Yes.
How did you make a kid?
Well, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. His wife tricked him. She said exactly. Travis was drunk, and she put like in the outline of a man's hiney over her vagina. Sorry.
I said, "Ooh."
He started licking his lips. So, when your kid, when she was a little kid, like a toddler.
Oh, okay.
She's not that little.
I think she's 13.
But when she...
How old is she now, too?
7.
Oh.
Okay.
Close.
Okay, so when she was younger and she would throw temper tantrums, would you be like, okay, you're right, whatever you want?
No, just go to her room.
Right, right. And she's in the middle of a store being like, oh, I want this toy, and started like kicking and screaming, and you're like, you know what? Here's a good strategy. We can get her to stop kicking and screaming if we just give her what she wants.
Yeah, I would just buy her 2 of them.
Right.
Actually.
Yeah. What you do is you throw a spinning back kick right into the spine.
Well, that's exactly right. And that's what you need to do, metaphorically, to these protesters. Or literally.
This goes back 30 years ago to the parents who were raising these kids.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. People don't get told.
But every generation says this. This is why you sound like an old man.
No, I know.
In the 60s, they said it too. You dirty kids, get out there and work. So every generation says like they're cunts, and then the next generation is, but these guys are really cunts.
And the stuff that my daughter's going to talk about in 10 years, I'm going to say, I don't get it.
And these people will be saying, boy, they're fucking cunts. These young,
But there could be some credence to that. What if...
Oh, yeah, Bad Moon Rising.
It's just such an easy one.
Yeah,
what if... I knew you were going there before I even got the word out of my mouth. What if as human beings, we are progressively getting cuntier. What if we
are?
Yeah, we're just right. Like this generation is cuntier than we were, and the generation after them will be even cuntier.
Yeah.
We just keep getting cuntier as people.
We all hate the younger people because they're rejecting what we see as we are. Like, you know,
and because
they're cuntier.
That's right.
But when they're saying, well, no, this is wrong, that's them fighting the system, and we realize that we're a little older and we're becoming more irrelevant. And like, fuck, there's a whole crop of young, vital people coming up, and we're getting pushed out through coffins. I think that instinctively that's what it means.
If I can be honest,
yeah,
I think you're talking through some shit right now.
No, it's true.
And you're kind of getting to a place that's healthy.
Why do older people always resist younger people? It's normal. It's normal for them to fight it, and it's normal for us to go, ah, fuck you.
Some older people love younger people.
They do, because it makes them feel younger.
And, you know.
Makes them feel younger.
Yeah, Jared Fogle loved younger people.
You bet he did.
There's Bert Kreischer.
Hi, Bert.
Hey guys,
what's going on?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How's it going, man?
I am fantastic.
Welcome to the show.
I just saw Sway and Heather B.
We were talking about earlier how much energy you have in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's especially weird,
Repulsive.
I guess. Being that you were like texting me at like 1:30 in the morning, being like, I don't know if I'm coming in. Am I coming in? I'm like, yeah, dude, you're coming in.
I got pretty fucked up last night.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
How long were you out till? What were you doing?
I don't know.
Just getting fucked up?
Just getting fucked up, man. It's chasing the dragon.
It's New York.
It was fun, man. I went to the stand, and it was all. I ran into Judah, and I haven't seen Judah in forever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's so cool coming back to New York and like seeing guys that you know. I guess you started with, but they were already started, and you just and like Big J. I love Big J. I love hanging out with him, and Kurt, and Ari. And we just sat around and talk shit, and it was fucking fun.
You just had a good time. You don't have that vibe out in L.A.? Or do you just have different people you talk shit with?
They don't talk shit as much out there. People don't. Patrice used to talk about that. They don't tease each other in L.A. as much. People don't shit on each other.
It's marijuana.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because we got this like free love mentality. Like you go to the store and it's like big hugs from Rogan, stand-ups in town, shut up, Ron White's buying drinks. Oh, we're all gonna have a great time. And then you come out here, you're like, what's up, faggot?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not an increased sensitivity. It's just everybody's just kind of.
Yeah, it's marijuana. It's
like they just love each other.
The other night we were in the green room in the main room. It's me, Marin, Fitzsimmons, Norm Macdonald, Rogan, and it's just a different energy. I think not everyone's high, but you know everyone's high kind of, and joints are being passed around, and Norm Macdonald's telling the greatest fucking stories in the world, and I'm just sitting back like a fanboy. I mean, Rogan's sitting there just like wide eyed.
Everybody's just enjoying it.
Yeah, but it's total. It is completely and totally different. I don't know if it's the fact that we can sit down. You know, like in New York, it was always like standing up in front of the Boston Comedy Club is how I remember hanging out with people.
I don't think the difference between the East and West Coast is sitting. I think there's a little more to it than that. We have chairs out there.
I meant like space, you know, like there's more space.
You can spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
whereas here everything's closed. What's got you in New York?
Doing press for my special, November 11th on Showtime. It's called The Machine, and I was doing Gotham. Yeah, Gotham was fun as fuck.
Yeah,
Gotham's a different club than like other New York clubs, right, Jim?
Yeah, it feels more like a road room. It's bigger, it's higher ceilings. It's a nice room. It's a very nice room.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like New York.
It doesn't feel like a workout room. Like like the Cellar, I like to work out material, and the stand kind of feels like you can go down there. Gotham feels more like a refined experience.
That's another big difference between New York and LA is that we don't have as many workout rooms. Like everything's a showcase. You go do like we did that show I was just telling you about. Like half of the cast of Ally McBeal was there. I know. I don't want to name drop this.
Like the Oscars. Oh my God, what happened? Did you hear what happened last night? Tina Yothers walked into the Improv. Gives a shit.
Ally McBeal.
It's the worst.
Half the cast of Ally McBeal is. How did you know who the cast of Ally McBeal was?
I know, that's terrible. Oh my fucking God.
You know what's really sad? That the cast of Ally McBeal is still hanging out together.
Jesus, make sure you have a good set. The Grips from fucking Hardcastle and McCormick are in the back tonight.
I know the show got canceled years ago, but we still do Fridays, right? We still.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are being so New York.
I wouldn't mind if it was Seinfeld. I could see if it was Jason Alexander or whatever.
That's all I could know them from.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, remember when we did that episode, guys, with the dancing baby?
Yeah.
Ooga chaka.
Dude, who is that walking in? That's fucking Peter Falk's stand-in from Columbo. Make sure you have a good set.
Oh, I'm fucking sweating. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the difference.
Oh my God, that's the worst celebrity sighting in history.
I still get so fucking excited. If
I would too. I do too. But the cast of Ally McBeal wouldn't do much for me.
And that's the thing about L.A. You never know when the cast of Ally McBeal is going to walk in a room.
Absolutely.
You know what's so funny? I did a show one time, and there's this little girl.
Yay!
At the bar, she's like posting up and hanging out, and I'm like, I'm not thinking anything about it, and I'm being totally normal, and then someone goes, "That's Dakota Fanning." I'm fucking 43, and I made a complete and total ass out of myself.
What did you do?
I just was like, really, I was like, okay, I got to get her to say her name in my head so that I can go, oh, I know who you are, you know. So I was like, I'm Bert. And she's like, I'm Dakota. And I was like, oh, my daughter's got a friend named Dakota. Only Dakota I know is Dakota. Hey, you're Dakota Fanning.
That's a huge...
It was horrible.
What a creepy interaction.
Yeah, because when you were...
No shit.
How old is she?
She's got to be 21.
She's an adult now, yeah.
So it's like you were just going up, and it seemed like just a guy picking you up at a bar, like, hey, I'm Bert.
No, she had been at my show, and she was hanging out with like the people after my show.
I see.
Whenever I do a show, everyone wants to hang out and drink. Mm-hmm. And so she's in that group, and then I was like,
only Dakota I know is Dakota Fan.
Oh.
Hey, wait a minute.
That wouldn't. You should have like waved papers at her, and you could have said, "I'm fanning you," and she would have said, "That's my name."
Yeah. Only fanning I know is Dakota. Wait a minute.
Holy mackerel, is that you?
All these people hanging out are kind of fanning.
Yeah.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Is that you with the DF necklace?
Did you hang out with her?
I tried to they got a private room in the Improv upstairs, and I tried to move the party up there so that we could all hang out, and so I got the room, they brought bottles of Tito's up, and it was like all perfect, and then I go down, I'm like, all right, you guys ready to go up? And she's gone, and then I just brought a bunch of people that I didn't want to talk to. It was horrible. And they were like, Bert, you're really amazing.
These are people that were in your audience?
Yeah, they were just in my audience. And they're
get a private room with the crowd after. I can't think of a worse scenario.
Just some Tito's, a private room in your audience.
Yeah, and then the one star you want to talk to, fucking beat it. You know,
they're like, you really are a hands-on comic, man. You're like, you do this for your fans, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I'd like to get in touch with the people and connect.
You were just in way over your head. Let me ask you, Jim, if you had a celebrity interaction, you had to kind of arrange something like that, and then you realized that the celebrity had left, would you decide, I got to be a nice guy?
No, I'd say, I'll be right back. I'd excuse myself to go to the bathroom, then I'd start a fire in the entrance and walk out.
Who would you really geek out over?
No, a lot of people I would. Yeah,
really?
A lot of you. Sure, why not?
What's the lowest level that you've geeked out over? Like the one that you're almost embarrassed that you were like, holy shit, I can't believe that.
I mean, he just geeked out over Roberta Flack at Amy Schumer's show the other day.
Yeah, Roberta Flack's an iconic woman.
What is
Killing Me Softly. She sang Killing Me Softly.
I thought she was famous for the seed.
You know what the best
That's
about
funny.
that interaction
yes,
was?
I met Martha Linseed once. It was fucking boo. Why?
Bert, because I thought she was famous for the seed, and then the eyebrows started going up and down.
I'm not done with this one.
My first thought was cum, and I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. And then I'm like, oh, flaxseed oil.
Roberta Flack cum?
No, seed is a good word for cum.
Yeah, I know.
I had an interaction with who was the Nigerian Nightmare? Christian Okoye. Do you remember him?
Yeah,
he played for the Chiefs. He's from Nigeria. He's like 6'5", 280. He was a linebacker. He's a fucking beast. Or he's a running back. He was a beast. So I was on a TV show and we were all doing pictures. And everyone was getting pictures with him. And I came up and I made a gay joke. I go, hey, do you think me and you could do a picture, just me and you by ourselves with our shirts off? And everyone laughed, and he didn't get the joke because he's Nigerian. And he was like, no. No. And so so then we do a big group photo with the cast and everyone. And everyone starts walking away, and he grabs me by the arm. He goes, let's take our shirts off now. And I went, no, I was joking. And he goes, I got you, funny man. It scared the fuck out of me.
It did, right?
Yeah, that's an obscure one.
Yeah.
Pushing a Corey. Yeah. That's not the most. I've geeked out over a lot of people.
Who would you say is like
Comic Cons? I have
the
weird
best is going to Comic Con with him because it's so easy to convince him that just a cosplayer is a celebrity, and he'll ask any celebrity for a photo.
Sometimes
I watched a video of this is an old video of cribs of your house one time.
Oh, that was back at NEW
when you lived with Florentine.
When I lived with Florentine in Cliffside Park, New Jersey.
No, wait, is that no, not this shit place. That looked like it had mold. The nice place.
Oh, the other one. Yeah.
You still live in that place?
No.
But what was interesting to me is that you had all your autograph stuff around.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I've never gotten anything signed in my entire life.
I put that stuff up in lieu of family or loved ones' photos. Yeah.
For a long time, your place looked like a museum.
But it wasn't meant to look like a museum. It was
like a museum of pop culture.
Art shit that I don't like. I put up stuff I like.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit.
Yeah, a lot of it.
There's a lot of it. Have you been hanging up stuff? Because I saw your place.
No, my place is still bare. I gotta buy different frames. I have not done that. I've been very poor with the interior stuff.
Yeah.
I'm too busy.
I was impressed that your bed looked very like... It didn't look like what I thought you'd have.
What did you think there was going to be like crust on the sheets?
Cum stain.
Yeah.
No, it was like it looked like if you spent the night at a sorority house. Like it was like wrought iron.
It was very teenage girlish. I've gotten rid of that.
And
I don't have
fluffy,
that anymore.
like white, duvets and stuff
very
like that.
Faggy. Yes,
a boyfriend pillow.
Yeah, it was very queer. My bed.
It was?
Yeah.
You got a whole new bed when you moved in?
No, I threw the frame out because there's not a lot of space between my bed and my window.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bigger bedroom, but the way it's shaped is weird. So I have to get a bed frame that's that kind of. What's the purpose of that?
Adrian just wanted to take a shot for himself. He's like, while we're talking about celebrities, let me get a shot of these two.
I want to get a bed frame that doesn't stick out. It just goes to the edge of the mattress, and that's it. I can't have one that's longer.
Do you think your apartment's representative of who you are as a person?
Yeah, it's empty.
Chilly and empty. Yeah. I guess, yeah. I guess I would think mine's cluttered and has a whole bunch of wrestling shit in it, so I guess
filled with garbage.
I guess,
yeah.
No, I guess it's representative.
We're redoing my house right now. It's under renovation, and I don't know if the new look will be representative of who I am. Like the old one was, because it was just like, I mean, I'd have, because you've done my podcast, you'd have to walk through my house often to get to my man cave, and you'd see the look on people's faces as they walk through your house and go, so this is where you live. Like it smelled like bacon, there was kids' toys everywhere.
Right.
It was small, and then you go, this man cave is so much better than my house. It's like, you've been in my
of course, a bunch of times.
Both of you guys have been to my house.
Yeah.
That's fucking odd that you've both been to my house.
Yeah. Well, you do a show out of your house. I mean, people are going to end up coming over.
Yeah, going to Rogan's house was cool back in the day.
I never went to Rogan's house.
No, we did it in different locations. I've done a podcast a bunch of times, but it's always been different locations.
Back in the day, you used to do it at his house, and that was like.
I did one with Red Band at the old studio where the Ice House, I think
it was Death Squad North.
Yeah. I did it in that studio.
That place was fucking set up to be super high and super like lose your shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it was mannequins everywhere and
just weird like Christmas lights. It looked like something out of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It was really a weird one.
Yeah, that was a fun place.
But yeah, so you're redoing your house?
Yeah, redoing a house. Homeless guys are just everywhere.
Why are homeless guys everywhere?
When you start redoing your house, just well, first of all, we put a porta potty in our front yard, so
that's great to have.
I came home one night and there was like a line in my front yard, like of homeless people waiting to take shits. Yeah, I was fucked up. I came back from the store and I walked out and there's two guys standing in my front yard. I was like, "The fuck?" And the guy's like, "There's a line." I was like, no, there's not. This is my fucking house. You're out. So we put a big fence up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that why they put fences around them? Probably so people just don't come and shit and piss all over.
Yeah, and
shit and piss. Well, they'd probably be confined to the porta, or they see a porta potty on the lawn and they just like
all over the inside of the porta potty. You don't want some fucking bum shitting in your porta potty.
No, that's true.
Bum. You want to talk about white privilege? This is white guilt. I started feeling guilty when we put a fence up that I took away the one opportunity that a homeless person would have to have like a moment of fucking civilization.
What? See, that's just the opposite. That's why I'd feel proud of the fence. That would make me feel good about the fence.
Yeah.
That's one less bum that will be feeling good about himself.
You really felt bad that you weren't going to give the bum the privilege of the porta potty?
Well, I mean, you got life's giving you a fucking dick sandwich.
Right.
And the one thing you get, you're walking down the street, you got to take a shit, and you see a porta potty, and you're like, you know what?
Are there a lot of homeless people by you?
Yeah, because we had a new drug dealer.
You have a new drug dealer in the neighborhood?
New drug dealer in the neighborhood, and so then all the homeless started. And there was a big carnival at one of the parks, so they pushed out all the homeless people, and so they just kind of fell over to our side of this 170.
Yeah,
and it was bad. Like we had
your street is like very residential, and
the drug dealers dealing heroin and meth, and so and he's literally right up the street from us. He lives with Lee Syatt, Joey Diaz's producer.
Oh.
He lives next door to him.
Oh, really?
I told him who he was. The guy goes, "Wait, are you talking about Daryl?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's what he does. I was wondering what he does." But so we had a break-in attempt. Like a homeless person tried to break into our house, and man, you cannot fucking scare a homeless person. Like if it was like I'm saying,
sure you can. Show him a job application. That usually frightens them. Get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Bums.
The bums.
It's like, these lazy homeless guys need to get up and work for a living.
Honey, quick, get there you go, sir.
Exactly.
My dog went after him. Or her, it was a her. My dog went after her, and then I started yelling at her, and then another guy the next night did the same thing, and then we called the cops. The cops showed up immediately, fucking immediately. They were there in like 3 minutes,
just waiting to get somebody.
They were like, "We're here!" Like it was amazing. All the shit people talk about cops. 3 minutes, and then my daughters were freaked out. So I was like, "I go, hey, do you mind if my daughters come out and like?"
Did the homeless lady get in the house?
No, she's trying to get into the backyard, and I was sitting out front smoking a cigar with my dog. And she didn't see me.
Dog smokes?
Yeah. I gotta stick it in between her paw. But and so it was crazy. It was.
Do you still have chickens?
Yeah, still got chickens.
You didn't let
How many?
3.
You haven't been to his house since he got the chickens?
No, I haven't.
They just stroll around his backyard.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think it's this thing that people now, life is so easy, they want to find what hardship was like to connect with some sort of realness.
Right.
You know? I mean, everything right now is so easy. Like, hey, Siri, who's Bachman Turner Overdrive?
Right.
But so I think my wife wanted something like growing the tomatoes or one of those things.
So what, are you going to eat the chickens?
Dude, chicken eggs are fucking amazing.
Oh, you eat the egg. Okay.
They're better than, they are like butter. When you get those homemade eggs, and sometimes they come out with 2 yolks in them. Oh, they're fucking incredible.
You got any yolks? Do you know Jim's got a soundboard now?
No.
Yeah, he put his own sounds on the soundboard.
Really?
It really helps the show in a big
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, it's super helpful and never out of context. Yeah, it's awesome.
Absolutely.
What kind of stuff you got on your soundboard?
Just important stuff that pops up.
It's like movie clips that nobody's ever heard and cannot place, and sounds that he makes.
Shut the fuck up!
See how that works?
Okay? Shut the fuck up!
Perfect.
Ed Norton?
No, that was fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh.
That one wasn't yours. That was Adrian's.
What?
The shut the fuck up one?
Yeah, but it's on the soundboard.
No, I know. I'm just saying that wouldn't go in the category of your obscure movie.
Oh, no.
Sound bites.
Yeah, that's from Curb.
That's actually something that you've heard of and can relate to.
Yeah, I have.
But you didn't unleash the chickens on the person who broke into your backyard?
No. Well, the cops came out, and I told the cops, I said, hey, do you mind if the girls come down and, my daughters are freaked out. And I was like, can you just, talk to them? And the cops were like, of course. So my girls come down, and they had gotten lollipops and put notes on them that said, you are our heroes. And the cops melted. They were like, listen, ladies, don't worry. We're going to be circling the block where you guys go to bed. We won't let anything happen to this house.
Did they just do that, or did your wife tell them to?
I asked them, I said, do you mind talking to the girls?
No.
Oh, no, they just did it.
The lollipop thing.
They just did it.
Wow.
They just did it. And then as they're doing this, my oldest is tugging my arm. Like, okay, Dad, let's go. I was like, George, give him a second. Let him finish. And she's like, Dad, we got it. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, very much. I was like, what the fuck, George? And we start walking back. She's like, we are all wearing marijuana shirts. And they were wearing shirts that you get from dispensaries. And I had one from this company called the Dope State. It looks like the North Face, but with the marijuana leaf. The 3 of us are all wearing marijuana shirts. We are all wearing marijuana shirts.
It would have been funny when your daughters came down if the cops threw you down and arrested you. A violent arrest.
Beating the shit out of me.
Yeah, that would probably. Your daughters seem to have a good self-awareness. Like, just seem to be aware of the situation. Like, we need to not be here right now because we're wearing marijuana shirts.
No, my youngest is oblivious.
She is?
Oh, fucking oblivious.
Is she still seeing ghosts?
No. We think she's time traveling now.
That's right. That's what you told me about.
Yeah.
She was time traveling.
Yeah, we're done with time traveling. Now we're just trying to get her to read.
How old is she?
She's 10.
Okay.
She's dyslexic as fuck.
Yeah,
man.
it's late in the game.
It's so bad.
Way to be encouraging, Sam.
It is. It's late in the game.
So wait, dyslexia, aren't there tricks that they can do to kind of read better? Who did I ask that was just
DDP.
dyslexic? Yeah.
No, well, there's a font that Henry. Remember when we met Henry Fonda? This is a long time ago.
Yes, on the set of the Oxbow incident.
Yeah.
You mean Henry Winkler?
I think. Yeah. I think you meant Henry Winkler.
Yeah, that's Henry Winkler.
Yeah, I remember I met Henry Fonda. Yeah. God, shit my pants.
He was selling a book, and I didn't pay attention to it.
Hank Zisler. Is that the name of the character?
I don't remember what the name was,
Hank
but
Zipser.
there's
Hank
a ton
Zipser.
of them. Yeah.
And it's written in a dyslexia font, so that you can read better in that font. So we got the font for my daughter, and it really helped.
What's the font?
Just Roman numerals, or not Roman numerals, New Roman times. No, I don't know. It's a dyslexia font, and it helps with dyslexia.
Is that what it looks like? It's kind of like. Is that the dyslexia font?
I think so.
It's called Dyslexia.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's pretty standard, except it looks like it's written kind of. Like there's weird curves and stuff to it. And that helps dyslexia?
Well, what happened, what's interesting is we had to go to an IEP for her.
What's IEP?
I don't know. I think it's something for, I don't know. It's like a helper at school or whatever.
All right.
Like the people that really like focus on her specifically.
Sure.
Right.
And so you have like, not one fuckable person.
That was a note from before.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was in the font.
Well, it does sum up this room pretty well.
Yeah.
So we went to this IEP, and I'd fucked up. I came in firing a little hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I said,
what's that mean? Firing a little hot?
Well, I partied with Joey Diaz the night before, and I still felt the effects that morning.
Right.
And then I brought 2 Diet Cokes, thinking that would wake me up, and it turned out I brought 2 Coors Lights. And then
seriously?
Seriously, I did seriously.
Do you puke a lot?
No. Oh, you know what's so funny? I gag a lot. Why?
No, because when I drank, I puked.
No. I'm not that kind of drinker. Like if I feel like I'm sick, I just don't drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you drink the Coors Lights, or you just looked at them and were like,
murdered them.
You did?
Murdered them. And so, well, yeah, I have 2 fucking Coors Lights on a campus.
Right.
What am I going to...
Right.
I already opened one.
Yeah.
Thinking it's a Diet Coke.
You better get rid of them.
Yeah, murdered it. So, so then we're sitting at this IEP. I'm a little loose in my head. And they're like, she's having a really hard time reading, and it's really holding her back. We're wondering, if we're going to move her on to 5th grade. And I'm like, can we just teach her Braille? And they're like, what? I go, her eyes don't fucking work. Like, let's just pretend her eyes don't work. Let's just say she doesn't have eyes.
Right.
What would we go? How would we approach it from that? And they're like, well, I go, what would you do with a blind student? And they're like, we give her audiobooks. I go, can we give her audiobooks? And they're like, yeah.
It seems so simple.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
This kid's getting her ass handed to her every single day, and no one thought to give her a fucking audiobook?
That's amazing they have that, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have audiobooks for everything. And so she started listening to audiobooks, and it was like...
And now everything's fine.
Yeah, well, now it's like the stuff, the teacher will say, well, go home, read chapters 3 and 4. And now she just goes in and fucking listens to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got tutors out the ass for her. Like, we're taking, my wife's one of those people that if there's an issue, she deals with it.
Right.
Like, if she feels a lump, you're going to the doctor. If I'm feeling a lump, I just call Duncan Trussell and go, hey, what do you think I should do? I'm going to Hawaii.
So what do they do? So will she be able to read comfortably or no?
No, probably never.
Wow.
But she'll listen to audiobooks.
Dyslexia?
What's that?
Severe dyslexia?
Yeah.
And I didn't know there's different levels of it.
Like I have a joke about it that I tell on my special. Not like a joke, but like you literally watch her. You watch her look at a word, and then like if we were reading together, she does this, like, and tries to guess it off your face. like before you say it, she'll be like, Jance? And you're like, what? Johnny? No, it's Jim Norton. No, okay, Jim Norton. And you're like, are you?
She sees you kind of pronouncing the first syllable or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, it's intense. But you know what? It's like everyone's got their fucking problems. That's her fucking problem.
Right.
It's like there's worse. There's much worse. Because we were thinking about sending her to a different school, and we went there and we're like, she's not this bad.
Well, she'll be fine. Nobody fucking reads anymore anyway.
No shit. Podcasts.
Yeah. Listen to podcasts, watch YouTube. Everything that you want to learn. There's an instructional video on YouTube. That's what people do.
And you can do voice activation for stuff. You don't have to type it as much.
I told her that.
I'm only thinking of Siri. I don't know if that's true in other walks of life. Am I helping?
Google Assistant.
No, you have hit FN4 on your computer, and you can just talk your paper. Greg Fitzsimmons wrote his entire book with Drag and Dictate.
Really?
He just read
What is it, 1989? Who the fuck uses Dragon anymore? Is that still popular?
That's what
FN works on your computer?
FN4, and you can just talk it into your computer.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. That's all I do.
It's talking.
So wait, do you have to hold them down while you're talking?
No. You hit FN4 and it comes up, and it's like you see a little box.
It'd be really inconvenient to just hold the button the whole time.
No, I when I reply to emails, I'll tell you what, because I have whatever issues she has, I got some also.
Are you a little dyslexic?
Yeah. One of the funniest things I've ever done in my career is my audiobook, because I wrote a book. And then I had to read the audiobook, and I could not get through it. It took me 15 hours to read a 5-hour book. And they left it all in. They left me going, motherfucker!
That's good.
And so, I fall apart laughing at one point. I'm taking off my fucking pants. I'm so uncomfortable in this fucking room. This sucks.
So it's all in.
That's all in. And then I wrote a chapter about Patrice, and I did his voice. Hey, Bert! Or whatever. It was horrible.
How long is the audiobook then?
5 hours.
How'd they cut it down if they left in all
all those they put in.
And just cut out some other shit.
Just anything that was working, they took out.
Perfect.
And it's just all me losing my fucking mind.
That's perfect.
But I don't know what I was going to say about that. But yeah, I have a hard time reading. But what I do is for emails, this is something my wife did, figure it out for me, is that when you get sent emails on your thing, open them up so they're a separate thing, and then put them all over your screen, and then go through them one by one. So I hit FN4 and just reply to all my emails like that. It's so much easier than.
So you put them all on your screen.
So I get on my computer, and then I go through my email, and then I double click on them so they open up in a separate window. And then I open all the emails I have to reply to. So you get 12 emails opened up, and then you just go through them one by one with FN4, and you're like, yes.
How do you read them? If you can't,
I can read. I'm not fucking retarded.
Yeah, who do you think he is? Fucking Leroy from Fame?
But if you can't write, how could you?
It's just easier. I can also type.
But you just decide to put your feet back. And
FN4 is my thing. That Hey Siri is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Siri on the phone?
When you go, Hey Siri, set an alarm for 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, you have to say Hey Siri?
Yeah,
I never address it as Siri.
Jimmy, she's already here.
Hey Siri.
I'm sorry. What? Look, Jimmy.
Hey Siri.
It just set an alarm for 10 a.m.
Hey Siri.
You don't
exactly. The dumb cunt's just looking at me.
You don't have the new operating system.
No, I don't.
That'd be great if she goes, Hey Jimmy.
Yeah.
You don't have the new iPhone?
No, I don't.
Get the update. The update has it no matter what.
Fuck the update. The update doesn't work.
Turns your phone into a piece of shit if you don't have a new one.
Really?
Really.
Well, you guys should drop your phones more often.
I don't like the new Siri because it used to be like, hey, now it's voice recognized, but I used to be able, if you said, Hey Siri on the radio, it would all the listeners would get all fucking pissed off because you'd turn on everybody's Siris.
I did that at Philadelphia. I go, hey guys, everyone put their phones on the table. I go, Hey Siri, set a reminder for November 11th at 10 p.m. to watch my Showtime special. She just did it.
What did she say?
Okay, I'll remind you.
All right, cool.
There it is.
And all
you
of a
didn't
sudden,
have to hit anything.
People's phones were setting reminders, and I was like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah. Then what will the reminder do? Will it say anything like, I'm going to come?
You could have just said that.
Yeah. I know, but I like to press it. I want to show off.
Don't forget, it's a press. It's not a tap or a push.
I'm getting used to all this.
I'm so excited you have a soundboard.
I am too.
That's one of those things that I think I'll fucking really enjoy listening to.
You do?
Oh, fuck yes!
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm getting used to it.
It's one of those things that as a comic doing the road, we would have mocked like in 1997 or in 2001. But now, like, if you gave me a soundboard, I'd be like, fuck yes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, one of my favorite, I remember, I think I emailed you and asked you if you could help me get it, is I love more than anything when they do the Friday chant and play Lover Boys Working for the Weekend.
Who? Just radio stations in general? Oh, yeah.
I make Cowhead do it all the time. I call Cowhead every Friday, and I try to trick him into saying the word Friday. I'll go, hey, man, what was that movie Ice Cube and Cuba Gooding Jr. were in? He's like, what? He's like, Ice Cube and Cuba Gooding Jr. with the pot? And he goes, no, you're thinking of Chris Tucker, and it's Friday. And I went, what was it? And then I'll start chanting Friday. It's my favorite.
And then everybody... There it is. There it is. Let me go to a guy on...
Of course. How many times have you said that?
Long Island. Guy, you're on Jim Norton and Sam Roberts with Bert Kreischer.
Damn, Sammy.
What's going on, Guy?
Now, since you hit the big time, you never put me on anymore, man.
I put you on when you have something to say.
But I have 3 very brief, important things to state.
Okay.
Number one, Brett cried like a fucking bitch on the air over some gay movie clip.
What?
It was extremely, extremely gay.
What movie clip did you cry over?
Time Traveler's Wife.
Oh, my God. It was humiliating.
I never saw it.
Don't watch it. You'll cry.
Number 2, the guy literally has the worst laugh in all
Why are
of
you
comedy.
insulting? Did you just call him to insult Bert?
Why are you insulting our guy? First of all, you called him Brett.
It's very important.
So, okay, what else?
Number 3, I really, really do know a good tutor that can help with his daughter's dyslexia.
Hang up on him.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, don't, and he goes,
fucking, yeah. Please come over to my house, would you?
How come you never put me on the air anymore? Anyway.
Yeah, I have help.
I bet he knows a tutor.
Yeah. Really. So, are you here all week?
Yeah, I leave tomorrow.
Where are you going tomorrow?
I go out to San Francisco to do a shoot, and then Fayetteville, Arkansas to go to Mermaids.
Ugh. Is that a club? What the fuck is Mermaids?
I don't know. Stanhope recommended it.
Is it a performing place?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stanhope, he called me and he goes, I don't know why you picked to do Mermaids. Did I tell you to do it or something? I was like, yes. So I'm going out to Mermaids. I'm always interested. I'm such a club guy. Like, I do all the funny bones and improvs. I'm almost like a corporate in that way, that I go find these places like that you've probably been doing your whole fucking career, these like little cool little off the beaten path places, and I've never done them, so I kind of want to do some of them.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, I'm doing a bunch of clubs now to get ready for. It's always better when you're shooting just to get the repetition in.
Yeah.
But the clubs are an advantage and they're a disadvantage. You make less money in them, but you get to run the set 4 times in the same weekend without getting on a plane.
It's really nice to have a bit and go, oh, I can figure this out, and then take it right back up in an hour later.
It's amazing to do that. And by the end of the weekend, you're like, all right, I know if that works or not, because I've done it 5 times.
Yeah.
More often than not, it doesn't. It's a big fucking no.
How do you compartmentalize doing stand-up in the city when it's a shorter set, like 10 minutes, versus working out hours? Like,
I just work on a 15-minute set, like at the Cellar. I just go up and I'll start just talking and whatever. Like, eventually I have a new 15, and I'll just plop that into the fucking set. I'll usually, because it's still fun and fresh.
Oh, so you would not do anything from the past that already worked. You are always doing.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, I do, but once I shoot it, I try not to do it.
I meant when you're in the Cellar, it's just strictly figuring out brand new material. Like,
well, I mean, brand new within. There's times where I do stuff that I'm still doing in my 1 hour. Of course, you have to see if it ties in. Hey, does this go into that? Or I want to just try this. I want to work on that. It doesn't feel fresh anymore. Then I'll go back in and try to work on it backwards or whatever. Yeah. But there's no need to destroy in the Cellar. I mean, I want to, but what's. You know what I mean? It's a small room. So you go in there and you hope you can kill with the newer stuff or stuff that you're tinkering with.
I guess it's just a weird philosophy to hear that, like, you wouldn't just always, your default would be, I just want to crush the room.
You do want to crush the room, but the reality is, and I respect the Comedy Cellar, but it's when stuff works there, I know it will work on the road, or I at least think it will, because they're not my fans in the Comedy Cellar.
They're not your fans in the Comedy Cellar?
No, you just go on. They don't give a fuck. They just show up for a show. They don't care who's on the lineup.
You don't think... I always thought that the Comedy Cellar was known kind of as like the mecca of East Coast comedy. Like, if you're a comedy fan and you're in New York, you definitely stop by the Cellar.
Meaning they're not there like, hey, Jim Norton's on the bill. Let's go see Bert Kreischer.
Oh, you didn't...
It's not a headline show. They're not selling tickets to it.
Yeah.
So they're just going to see a show. They know comedians drop in. They know Colin's there a lot, or they know that there's good comics, and you want to kill. But guys that are just going up at the Cellar and doing the stuff they've I've been doing on weekends for years on the road. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to be working out here. This is where you fucking...
It almost just becomes an ego thing where it's just like, I just want the laughs.
Yeah, but I like to get the laughs with what I want to do. Like if I'm doing a new opening now, I'm trying new opening lines, and I finally figured out the opening to my hour set that I'm happy with. I wasn't happy with what I was doing for the last 6 months, and now it feels fucking good because it just happened one night. You know, you try to go up with an idea like what Trump's pussy grabbing. I'm not going to do in the special because it won't be topical by the time it airs. But it's fun just to go up and talk about it and just see where it goes.
Yeah.
And if it lands on something funny, it lands on something funny.
Yeah.
And then you find what's funny, and the next night you try it. It's fucking awesome. It's fresh and it's new all the time.
That's the OR at the store. That's where...
Right. Yeah, man. That's what all those guys at Comedy Store do. The same thing. Improv. I do the improv when I'm in LA mostly. Yeah. And it's the same thing there. There's that type of an energy. It's like...
But you get young kids, or you get those people that just do their acts to get pussy, and they go up and murder, and you're like, great, fantastic.
Yeah.
But they're not actually building anything.
No, I don't think they may never shoot an hour.
Right.
You know what it is? You got to kill, though, when you're at a certain point. Like, when you're coming up, there's a lot of pressure to fucking do well because you're competing for spots. You know what I mean? It's like you're competing with Dave Attell for spots at the Comedy Cellar. So what are you going to do? Go up there and bomb if you're doing it for 6 months? You can't. You have to go up there and kill. But once you've been there for a long time.
Because I think I was always caught in between that. Like, I remember one time seeing Tosh go up and murder with all brand new stuff. Like, figuring things out, murder. And I was like, fuck, man. And we were hanging out, and I was like, this is probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe even more. No.
So he had a show?
I did not have a TV show.
Did he have a show?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
I was not on TV yet, and he was. His Tosh Point was on. And he said, and I was like, we were hanging out, and I was like, I gotta fucking write more. And he's like, no, you just need to get famous and then write more. He was like, it's pointless to, he's like, you just gotta kill every time you go up. And I was like, so fucking caught in between that of like, when's the point when you start going, I'm okay to just work on new material versus I need to go up and do well tonight.
It depends on what you want. Like, I get very bored. Like, I get fucking out of my mind bored with material. I do. Like, it drives me crazy. So I eventually wind up working on new stuff, and that usually becomes the opening, because then I just go on the road and start doing it up front, and then it's like I shit out the old material. The stuff that gets squeezed out the back end of the hour just doesn't make it to the special.
Yeah, I think I was in the place where I hadn't done an hour in a while. I hadn't done it since 2009, and I was just backlogged with all this fucking stuff that I knew worked, and I just had no passion for stand-up, because I was like, I don't want to work on new stuff, because I got to get rid of this stuff. Right. So then I did this hour, and now I'm working on all new stuff, and it's like you get excited about stand-up again.
Half the fucking stuff I started on this tour, I'm not doing anymore.
Really?
Half it, I'm not doing anymore. I didn't even pay attention to it. And Kelsey saw the set after like a while. She's like, you're not doing a lot of the stuff you were doing. It's like you just get like, ugh, fucking bored of it. Boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how guys do it. I've said that a million times. I don't know how they do it. Fucking for years. Same shit.
I like I don't know how like a hypnotist does it, where he's got to do the same thing every time. Well,
I mean, some people just go up there and they're not doing anything. Like, they just want adulation. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, right?
It's not the art form. It's I tell when you see like young comics who murder, who are good looking dudes, I go, don't let pussy derail your talent. Because there's a lot of guys that literally I'd name, and you go, wait, whatever happened to them? And it's just like they were in New York and they were in LA, and it was about getting on stage, doing the bits that made women think they'd want to fuck them.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I mean, I'd say names, but it would be rude. But there are guys we both know that you're like, man, you were funny as shit, but all you cared about is getting. It's the same with alcoholics. Guys who just are like, I'm only at the club so I can get fucking drunk. Right. And they get drunk before they go on stage.
It just becomes this exercise. Like, I have my 10 minutes. This is the 10 minutes that gets me laid. I'm going to go up. I'm going to do my 10 minutes. That way I can get laid.
Yeah.
Boy, has that not been my fucking MO.
No.
I have done nothing but self-destruct sexually.
You haven't found that magical 10 minutes yet?
No, I have not. Oh, my God, no. Yeah. Here's what I get after I talk to a girl on Tinder. So, I watched some of your stuff. That fucking sickening pregnant pause. Ugh.
People wonder why Jim is doing specials every year. They're like, he's so prolific. Yeah, because he's searching for that 10 minutes that he can't find.
I'm desperately trying to find something that makes somebody want to fuck me for free.
Your act is the antithesis of what those guys do.
Oh my God, absolutely. It just does not work that way.
Right, and it's not because he's an artist. It's because he just hasn't figured out what the 10
I haven't figured out
yet.
what I can do to override my looks.
We should take a break. Bert, your special is going to be November 11th, right?
11/11 at 10 p.m. on Showtime.
That's going to be very, very exciting, and Bert's sticking around. Jim Norton.
Tickets are on sale. I'm in Philly this weekend, and tickets are now on sale for November 4th, Friday at the Melrose Improv. I'm just doing one set there. I'll be in Fort Lauderdale the 18th and 19th, and possibly the 17th. And then December 2nd, 3rd is Hartford, Connecticut. I'm doing the Funny Bone. Tickets just went on sale for that. And, all warming up for the Skirball to shoot December 17th.
It's very exciting.
Is that where you're shooting your special?
Yeah, I haven't shot there in fucking probably almost a decade, but it's such a great room. And in New York, availability was hard, and that room is amazing. So
fuck yeah. Do you know who's releasing it?
I do, but I can't. It's not that I can't. I'm not allowed to say because contractually they have to announce it. Believe me, I'd love to. It's where I've wanted to be for a long time.
It's going to be very, very exciting.
You porn?
You know what? I really left myself open to a fucking even a meaner statement than that.
And don't forget to follow the show across all forms of social media at Jim and Sam Show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all over the place. And I believe last night we uploaded the interview with the Candyman, the Australian dude with all his girlfriends.
I love the Candyman. I thought he was good.
I thought he was good too. I think that video in its entirety is up at Jim and Sam Show on YouTube.
We're going to Australia.
We are.
Yeah.
He invited us
to interview the Candyman. I was going to go to the party. We should have went to the party. That strip club party at Scores would have been fun.
The Hugh Hefner of Australia invited us to Australia.
He's called the Candyman.
Australian chicks are fucking sick.
By the way,
you know what? I didn't experience that. I know they're not.
What?
No, they're not. There was some hot ones in Sydney.
Yeah.
But in fucking Melbourne, it's like that's where the world dumps off their ugly broads.
All right, so let's stick to Sydney then. We'll be right back after this. He had no idea. Like he was like, "Who is this singing?"
I just
working
kept
for
saying,
the weekend.
This guy's a riot.
Welcome back to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. That was you singing, Jim.
I didn't realize it was me. That's how gifted I am in song. I don't even know it's me.
I know.
I wouldn't consider it a gift.
It sounds like the real person.
Yeah, he does these impersonations. Everyone's working. See, I can just do the voice again. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's your voice.
I didn't recognize it.
What we should have done is replace them all.
All the sound bites?
Yeah.
Bert Kreischer is here. Bert wanted to replace or put in a new soundbite for you while you were
Bert
gone.
may have different ideas. Well,
What's your pleasure, young fella?
So stupid.
It's in perfectly.
So stupid.
I wonder. There's got to be an app where it's a soundbite app where you can just have those in your life.
You can just have soundbite. I get Dub Smash.
What's that?
I've seen. There's one person I follow on Instagram. Is that where they fucking mouth the lyrics to stuff?
Yeah.
She's really good at it. It's very, very entertaining.
I'll bet you're following her just because you like Dub Smash.
No, I followed her because she used to work in a restaurant I would go into like fucking 3 times a week. And she lives with a guy. There's no shot. But I just enjoy her Dub Smash.
Who is this person?
Some chick who's good at dub smashing.
Yeah, she's like really. That's how I heard of it.
What's dub smash? I don't even know what dub smashing is.
Dub smash is like they take 5 seconds.
Things and you lip it.
Why would you interrupt my explanation for a bad one?
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So
you got to go ahead.
Dub smash is when they take like.
It's like singing along. I'm helping.
No, you're not.
I'm lobbing up the softball.
No,
for
you're
you.
not.
Go ahead. Sorry, Sam.
It's when they'll take like 5 seconds of a song, or like a movie quote or something.
Quote or something. You put your own audio in.
And no, you don't put your own audio in. No, it's like you put you make it a selfie.
Yeah.
So like you're videotaping yourself.
You do, and then it moves your mouth to this stuff.
No, it doesn't move your mouth.
Sure it does.
And then you play the audio, it plays it on your phone, and then you lip sync it and it records.
That's what I say.
And then you post the video.
And then I wonder, whatever you want to dub smash to. Is that how it works?
You're just singing, I wonder who?
Yeah.
Boom. Who wrote the Book of Love?
That's right.
That's not on Dub Smash.
Why not?
Nobody listens to that song anymore.
I don't know any of the songs on Dub Smash. I never know how they rap so fast. Like, what the fuck is it? It's
not like
a brilliant app, though.
50s rock and roll?
Yeah, I have an app idea, but I'm afraid to say because people will take it.
Well, I know actually a guy, his name's Eddie Q. And he may be able to help you out with it if you want to just share it with me.
My app, it's stupid. It's where like you're gonna put the camera on yourself.
Yeah.
And like it's gonna make your hair look blonde, and then it just says blondes have more fun.
That's the whole app?
That's the whole app.
Your app is a Snapchat filter.
It's not.
Yes,
they don't have that one.
They could easily have that one.
No, they don't.
They definitely do.
Blondes have more fun. It's a $30 app.
Total waste.
But wait, what are you going to sell to all the blonde people?
Yeah, what if you already have blonde hair?
Well, then it's just a confirmation of what we already knew.
It's a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time.
Are you looking up Dub Smash right now, Bert?
Where did cheese go? This is Dub Smash?
Yes.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
Are you? Where'd the cheese go? Where did cheese go? I don't know. Where did cheese go? I don't know. I don't know. Where did cheese go? This can't be it. It's only got 7 stars, 7 ratings.
Out of how many?
Out of
No, that's not it.
No, Dub Smash is a very, very popular app.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's Dub Smash.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
I wanted to do an app called Bert's Bars, and it was just airport bars and what time they open.
It's funny. I like how you're making your alcoholism a cottage industry.
Every time I go to an airport, I'm like, what fucking time does this bar open?
I wish I had an app for that.
Yeah, it just tell you all the airport bars and what time they open.
Well, what do they? I guess they open at what time do they open? 10 a.m.
Well, no, Jim. In LA, they open at 6 o'clock.
In the morning?
6 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
6 a.m. is probably the best that we got around. There's other like little eccentricities about bars. Like you can carry beers around the Chicago airport.
Huh.
Which is really nice.
Now, would there be a fun fact section of Bert's Bars so you could find out little tidbits like that?
Yeah, hey, we're in the Miami airport. Bert threw up in this bathroom.
Yeah.
I did throw up one time in a bathroom.
You did?
Yeah, I just done Paul and Young Ron, and they had a bunch of beer on radio, and I had to catch a flight. And I got there, and I was like still nervous, and I couldn't get a buzz, and I was like, it just was like, wasn't working.
By the way, about 40 minutes ago, you said you do not puke when you drink.
I know.
Did he say that, Sam? Did he say that?
I just said I did puke one time.
You're not so smart now, are you?
I just realized Jim's Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. He's with the robbers coming in with his thing,
just hitting pause and stuff.
Right.
Not
you filthy whore!
Get out of here, you filthy animal!
Get out of here, you filthy animal!
That's right.
I'm going to give you to the count of 10 before I pump your guts full of lead.
But yeah, I was. So I tried to drink vodka sodas, but it wasn't working, and so I had a lollipop in my mouth because I was feeling nauseous.
He said lollipop in air quotes.
Yeah. And I went into the bathroom and I dropped my pants down, and it was in the Admirals Club. And as soon as it was a private bathroom, like for families. I'm going to throw up telling the story, and I just. As soon as I dropped my pants down, I threw up over my pants, but I didn't get any on me, and I was like, no harm, no foul.
How do you fly?
So it just went all over the floor?
I stopped drinking on planes for a period of time.
Doesn't that turbulence make you want to fucking puke in a bag?
Oh, no. I've been drinking on planes for as long as I've ever flown. I do have a genuine fear of flying, but I stopped for a period of time, and I was totally cool. And I don't know what was going on, if it was something about my diet or what, but I was like not getting panic, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. And I did like maybe 5 flights like that.
What'd you change on your diet?
I have
eating Valium.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what, I was not drinking the night before the flight.
Oh.
And I was taking a Xanax the night before a flight to sleep good, and I was waking up pretty chill.
So it was the effects were kind of holding over.
I think they were, carried over. And then I did it one night without taking a Xanax, and I got on the plane and I was fucking white knuckling it. And I was like, dude, I'm telling you when I say this, and it's sad to say, but like there have been times where I'm trying to fly sober where I just start crying, and I'm like, why can't I do this? Like, I'm not even fucking around. I put on sunglasses, and I'm like, why the fuck is my brain doing this? Where it's literally, I go, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying right now. I'm dying.
This might help. They say you're safer in a plane than you are in a car. Ever hear that? Ever hear that?
No, I think Jim has a joke about this from 17 years ago.
I probably do.
Yeah, but
I was afraid of flying.
But in a car, you don't fall 30,000 feet to your death.
Yeah,
that's okay. That's a good
one of my dumb old jokes. Yeah,
I remember that joke because I was like, I think of that joke every time I fly.
That little sage advice now.
Jim had like 2 or 3 jokes when I first started that I was like, that kind of like that I just come up in your life where you go, like you had this joke about a sniper, and you're like, what about his parents? Don't you think his parents would be proud of him?
Did I? I don't remember. The DC snipers, maybe?
No. This was before the DC snipers. But that
you go like you had this joke about a sniper and his parents being proud of him. In my mind, I'm thinking military guy who's fighting for his country, and you're like parents being proud of him. Was he the DC sniper?
Well, no. I'm trying to. Why would I talk about snipers?
It was before the DC sniper. It was about a race, and a guy got to the end of the race, and a sniper shot him, and you were like.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that and the airplane joke of falling 30,000 feet.
I have no idea.
I think of that on planes all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Have you thought about drinking less at all? It seems because
that's true.
In general.
Yeah. I was not drinking for the last month.
Oh come on, Bert.
Yeah.
He tried.
If I want my prick pulled, I'll do it myself.
No,
but now you're here celebrating.
Well, yeah, and then I had fucking things get away from me at times.
They do.
Fun.
You lose track. What do you do?
It's New York, man.
Right. It's called a fun city.
Yeah. Who the fuck? There's no driving anywhere.
Right.
Language. This is my house.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, he cursed.
Oh. Sometimes he hits the buttons by mistake.
No.
Because I saw a video of you. It just popped up. My buddy Ralph Sutton. He posted a video of you shirtless lifting weights last night.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Shit gets weird, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm fucking swole.
Yeah, no, I could tell. You look great.
I'm woke.
Woke is a different thing. Stop trying to sneak in young vernacular. One doesn't apply to the other.
What's woke?
Woke means like you're like aware of like you're on a different level of consciousness.
Oh,
like,
you're woke?
I'm woke.
But it's swole and woke don't mean they're not.
Sure they do. He's swollen. I'm woke.
He's swollen woke in the morning.
That's right.
I'm yoked and woke.
Right. Like yoked is what you would have been going for there.
No, I'm swollen. I'm woke. He's swollen.
Swollen.
Yeah, when I woke, I got swollen.
You're looking very swollen today.
Yeah, we were at Ralph's and we were lifting weights. So they were doing a podcast, and I was like, why as well just bang out some buys.
Right.
So we started doing biceps, and then Lewis thought he could beat me in a forearm raised. But what he doesn't know is that, so little tidbit, when I was not deserving of headlining, what I would like, but I still was headlining and I was insecure about my act. What I would do is make sure at the end of every show I'd take everyone to the bar and we'd compete in contests. And so I'd say,
because you wanted to, you mean the audience?
The audience.
Because you wanted to beat the audience at contests, that way they knew that it was worth paying the ticket for.
No. What I wanted to do is take them to the bar so they'd keep drinking, and then my bar sales would be bigger than anyone else's. And so
the club you're tricking.
The club loved it. The clubs loved it because I'd take 200 people into the bar and we'd play games. One of the games we'd do is we'd hold beer steins at either like straight out with your arms straight out or at your sides in this Christ pose, and we'd see who could do it the most. It was a $20 buy-in. We'd have like 40 guys doing it, and the winner got the whole pot. I won every time because all I did was those fucking exercises. So I was land sharking them.
So you were good.
Yeah, and so I beat Lewis last night.
You did,
of course.
Did you take pride in that?
We had 30-pound weights, and I had 4. And Lewis is like a fucking workout guy.
Louis Gomez.
Yeah, Louis Gomez.
I wouldn't class him as a workout guy.
Isn't he? I thought
he's probably stronger than he looks.
He's like, I would assume that he trains. Like
by looking
fighting.
at him, Louis J. Gomez.
Yeah.
I know he does, but let's not be on like he's a specimen.
Well, I'm not saying
he's
that
a mess,
but he does
he's a strong mess. I'm
sure
sure
he does exercise. Yeah.
So I beat him, and then what's crazy is Big J was the one. As like the whole thing's over, Big J just did it and held it up for 30 seconds, and we were like, oh.
I'm sure Big J is a strong guy.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't look at him as like a specimen.
That's right.
Yeah.
How much is the weight?
30 pounds.
And you hold it straight out?
Straight out for as long as you can. I think I held it for like 15 seconds.
You think you could do that?
Not for 30 seconds, no.
How long?
Hour.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
That's really, really great. That's really great. How's
I'm very strong going that way.
I'm surprisingly fit. I guess I could run a 7-minute mile like that.
Can you?
Easy.
Is that what you want to point out when like how is the battle with you and Tom Segura?
It's been aggressive.
It has been aggressive,
Why, is he
right?
trying to get in shape and you're trying to get in better shape?
No. We're just fat shaming each other.
You don't know about the Bert is fat battle?
Oh, I did hear about that. Yeah.
It's been. I
don't think you're fat.
Thank you.
I'm lying.
that should be a soundbite. I'm lying.
Yeah, because last I heard about it was when I spoke to Tom in L.A., and that would have been probably August, maybe.
Yeah. It caught.
I mean, Tom said it got so serious that he had to call you and be like, dude, like, I hope you're not taking any of this personally. And you were like, go fuck yourself. You're not going to be sympathetic. You're not going to be a nice guy now.
No, he said, he goes, he's like, me and Doug Benson had like a weird, awkward podcast one time.
Why weird and awkward?
It was because, I don't know.
Were you mad at each other?
Yeah. It was live, and a lot of people saw it, and Doug and I had to like apologize and figure each other out, and it was fine.
Wait. What started it though?
I brought out 100 burgers. I bought 100 burgers.
As a gift for the movie podcast?
Yeah. It's like I know. Yeah. Well, I just brought him out. He told me not to, and I just was. I did.
Why did he say not to?
Because he didn't want him out there, and so I was just like, I didn't hear it.
So like Doug on his movie podcast, they throw donuts.
Yes, they do.
So I would imagine that he probably thought it would be total chaos and he'd lose control if there were 100 burgers.
Sure.
A massive food fight.
I think that, and they do serve food there, so it kind of cuts into like a comedy club does serve food. So me giving everyone a burger kind of defeats that.
They're like, there's 100 burgers right there.
From Burger King.
You went to Burger King and just bought 100 burgers?
I bought 100 burgers. I landed on the plane. I was a little buzzed. I went straight to Burger King. First, I called Five Guys, and they said, you should call Burger King. And so I went to Burger King. I bought 100 burgers. I then went.
What do you have to call in advance and say I'm coming to pick them up?
Yeah, and they go, I don't know if we can do that. And I go, my name is Bert Kreischer. Google me. And so they Googled me, and I go, that's me. And they're like, the machine? And I go, yep. I go, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And then it's like, we'll start making them. And so I got there, and they had 100 burgers waiting for me. I brought them in, and it did not go well. The podcast is, you can get it. Doug put a paywall behind it, so you got to pay $1. You can listen to it. It is fascinating. If you are a fan of comedy, or you're a fan of Doug's, or a fan of mine, it is fucking fascinating.
Are you just sniping at each other the whole time?
Oh, no. It's
much worse than that.
Yeah.
So what happened? Wow. You walked out with 100 burgers in what, a bag?
In a bag.
And what did he say?
And it killed. It killed, but Doug did not want it to happen. Doug's listening, by the way. Doug Benson's listening to this.
Yeah, he listens to the show.
Yeah. He just texted me. So, Doug, feel free to call in. So I walk in with the burgers. It kills. We do some bits. I also steamroll it. I'm not listening. I'm buzzed. So I'm like fucking just being Bert. And then Doug at one point goes, fine, and walks off stage. You just do the show, Bert. And he goes off stage. I think he's joking. I go back to get him, and I realize he's not joking. He's like really upset, and I'm like, fuck, I fucked up.
So wait, you were just talking while he's trying to get the movie questions out?
I was just fucking steamrolling.
I would assume before he walked off his own show, he probably gave you a couple warnings to please stop talking.
Yeah.
He did, right?
They went unheard.
Oh, so he's trying to ask movie questions, and what were you doing?
No, I wouldn't even let him get to the questions. I was trying to be funny. That's definitely, like, me and Doug did a podcast about this. If you want to hear that, it's on my podcast. It's Doug Loves Bert. And we talked about all of this. I was trying to be funny. I like the chaos of Doug Loves Movies. The gameplay is not necessarily my favorite part.
Right.
I like the chaos of it. I love when TJ Miller's on, or Pete Holmes. I love that.
Doug was like, but I understand that you love that, but it's Doug Loves Movies, so it's not going to, Bert's not going to come and create his own show.
You don't need to get crazy. Everybody's looking around. What's the hullabaloo?
That was a sound clip. That wasn't actually Jim saying that.
Right. So then I talked to Doug off stage, and I realized he's upset, and I go, I should go home. And then my brain goes, no, you shouldn't. You should walk through this showroom shirtless. That'll fix things. And so I did that, and Doug really got upset.
Well, because you bring the attention back to your side.
I know.
You were shirtless in the room while he's trying to do a movie podcast?
Yeah. So here's the way you say it like that, Jimmy. I mean
don't you come in my hand, you cocksucker. I'll rip it off.
That's right. So here's the scenario. Doug is trying to do Doug Loves Movies. So we start with Bert Kreischer bringing 100 hamburgers on stage that Doug has expressly asked him not to do.
Right.
He then steamrolls him and talks throughout the whole show. Doug walks off. Bert realizes Doug is pissed, and instead of just being like, okay, and cooling out, he takes his shirt off and starts marching around the room.
Did that go over? With
that
Doug?
didn't go over very well.
Did the crowd like you or no?
Yeah, the crowd was mixed. Is like, I think everyone was like, they didn't know it was a joke. They thought it was a bit. They didn't know that Doug was really upset. And then Doug said very plainly, if you want to be a part of the show, then come up here and fucking rebound. but I can't have you do this. I want to do this show. And so I went up hat in hand and tried my hardest to rebound. I legit.
Did you feel like embarrassed?
Definitely.
You were, Doug scolded you like literally like, okay, all kidding aside, if you don't want to get thrown off this show, come up here.
Did the inside of your face get warm?
And I'm shirtless.
So you had to walk back up and put a shirt on?
So like his whole
sat there, sad nipples.
his whole face and chest and belly are all red from embarrassment.
Oh no.
And so I tried my hardest to rebound, and then I don't.
Did you rebound, do you think?
No.
Did you win the game?
No, I didn't finish.
Who else was on?
I left the show. I don't remember.
You left the show?
I left the show because the rebound wasn't going to happen.
Right.
It was, and I think I'm being fair about this. I had done such damage that the other guests on the show didn't feel like they wanted to definitely make sure that I knew that they didn't like me.
Okay, who else was on?
Jeff Tate and another guy. I don't know the other guy's name.
Jeff Tate from
it's Queensryche.
Okay, yeah.
It's not the same Jeff Tate.
No, yeah, the singer.
No, there's a comedian.
Named Jeff Tate. Yeah,
and so I got my feelings hurt. Jeff and I got into a little bit of a tiff.
Oh no, what happened? What did Jeff say?
Oh, I don't know, Jim. Why are we doing this?
I'm curious.
I'm interested too.
It's interesting.
Yeah, Jeff was just not. He was not happy. He's not happy with me, and he just was.
You guys look alike.
Yeah, we kind of.
Jeff is a very sweet guy, sweet guy,
nice
but he gets mad too. Like when he came and did my show a while back, and he just started going off on. He's very liberal. He's very left, and so he started talking about it, and then he also started talking about Anthony, and the fans just fucking crucified him.
And he's not the kind of person.
Was he not an Anthony fan?
He's not an Anthony fan.
No, and I didn't realize that until we started the conversation. I was like, "This is going to end."
And he's the kind of person that would not bite his tongue.
Right, and he didn't.
And
well, he shouldn't bite his tongue. I mean, you should say what you want to say.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe in this forum, you'd be like, if you had
maybe not tackle that subject.
Yeah.
Maybe do something else.
So, but
did he think Anthony should have been fired?
Or
he didn't get into it?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. But Twitter fucking destroyed him, and Anthony went on his show and destroyed him.
He did? Okay.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Okay.
It was Matt.
How did I? Okay, it was.
It was Matt.
I don't know how I missed all this.
This is me, Pete Holmes, and TJ Miller. But I love when Doug's show gets chaotic. And so anyway, Doug and Jeff were kind of just tagging me. They were like making fun of me, and everyone was getting big laughs. And I think my feelings got hurt. And once again, I was drunk.
So you and Jeff got into it?
Yeah, Jeff and I definitely got it. We haven't spoken since.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a real argument. What did you say back? Like, did you think that he was right? Like, you fucked up?
No, I thought I can say this because I said it on the podcast.
Sure.
But I thought he was my friend, and I thought he would, in that moment of humiliation, that he would help me out of it. But he didn't. I think he was still upset that I was so loud, and he wanted to kind of finish me off.
He's mad at you.
And I got my feelings hurt, and I said the same to Doug. And then Doug called me the next day, and he's like, "Let's hang out. Let's figure this out." We did a podcast, it's like a 3-hour podcast of me and Doug in a hotel room.
Oh boy, that must be great.
Trying to figure out if we're going to be friends again.
Oh, all right.
And
that actually does sound great.
And then it's a really, because it starts off and I go, I didn't know the cheeseburger's that big of a deal. And he's like, they were. And it's like,
and it just goes.
It just goes. And we figured out, Doug and I are totally cool. And I might be. He was texting me about doing another Doug Loves Movies possibly,
That's
and
exciting.
I've done them since.
But you and Jeff Tate are not cool.
I haven't talked to him since.
Wow. But you don't know. Maybe you are cool. You just haven't talked to him.
Yeah, I don't hate Jeff. I've known Jeff a long time.
Yeah.
And my feelings were hurt. And I didn't want to talk to him at the time. I don't hate Jeff, and I don't.
Does he hate you?
I think he might. I can't help it, man. I cast a large wake, and
when you make an impact, positive or negative, people love you. People hate you.
People hate me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And there's a lot of people that hate me.
Yeah. Are there?
Yeah.
Who else hates you?
We're not getting into this game.
I
who else hates you? I can't imagine anybody hating you.
I love you. Roland loves you, I think. I just saw him walking around. He loves
There's
you.
a lot of people that hate me.
Why?
I don't know, man. Because I'm loud and I fucking don't realize I do things. And like I don't realize what I'm doing or the impact I'm having. Or
do you correct your behavior? Or do you be like,
I'm very self-correcting.
You are?
Yeah, 100%.
That's good.
Like I try to be sweet and nice to everyone, but sometimes, there are people that have their own issues where I'm not saying this is Jeff, but they have their own issues, and when they see someone being loud and having a good time, taking his shirt off and drinking beers, all their shit comes into them.
Yeah.
And they're like, how come, why is this, why, I don't want to do that. Or maybe they don't want to do that. Or maybe they don't like guys that do that. The party's all about this guy. You can't just fucking hang out and have a normal time. Why does he got to stand on the bar?
Right. Right.
And I like
that's what you like to do.
You're saying your loud, verbose nature turns people off.
Yeah.
And then, so the other podcast drama, and this isn't actually drama, it's just something that exploded, this is what we were talking about a minute ago, with listeners to Segura's podcast, is he started saying Bert's fat. He started making jokes, Bert is fat. And then the audience, his podcast audience, Segura's, just started going nuts.
Well, that's what I was getting to. Doug and I had this incident.
Yes.
I called Segura to talk to Segura about it. I was like, I got to this bar immediately after I went to the hotel bar, and I sat down. First thing I said to the lady, I go, I'm going to talk to you for a couple seconds. Do I sound drunk? And she's like, no. I was like, perfect.
One time I said to somebody, I'm not as think as you drunk I am. Fucking place went crazy.
It's a t-shirt, Jim. You never said that to anyone.
Kills.
No, it doesn't. It didn't even kill in this room.
It's fucking hilarious.
Bert gave you a laugh that said, why would you interrupt my story for that?
Because I want to just interject a little humor in it. Bert knows. He's mad that I upstaged him with that great joke.
Oh, is that what it was?
Of course. He doesn't like it. I just cheeseburgered him.
Yeah, you did.
I cheeseburgered him with a great joke. With a great joke. I'm not as think as you drunk I am. Think about it.
No,
you get it on the way home.
Oh, you know what? I just got it. That actually is very funny.
Drunk about it.
Drunk, and the think it should be reversed. That's very, very good.
So I called Tom.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, I need to talk to you. And he just goes, I am so sorry. And I'm like, not calling about that. I go, about what? He goes, you don't know? I go, no, I don't. I go, that's not why I'm calling. He goes, well, before you start your thing, don't go online. And I was like, why? And he goes, Christina and I were making jokes about you being fat, and it's taken off into like a really insane place. And I go online and I was like, we'll talk about Doug Benson later. What the fuck is this? It was like, I've never had anything go viral where it's just, it's like thousands of tweets coming in, and on my phones, I got on my computer, and when it says like you're on the app mentions, and it'll go 77 replies. You're like, to what?
Yeah.
And it just took the fuck off. My agent called me. He's like, hey, you're trending. I was like, what? And he's like, fat shaming. It's you, Amy Schumer, and Kesha.
Because Tom Segura was fat shaming Bert Kreischer.
And it was, they had like these parody accounts that were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And it just was so, and then he started feeling really bad, because once you get, look, we can all be, joke about fat shaming. I think if you talk to Amy about it, who's dealt with it, here's the crazy thing. I got thick skin, but after I get like 1,000 of these tweets, and I am kind of overweight, it starts sitting in your head, and you're like, fuck, man, I am a fat. And then you start hearing it starts breaking down the wall slowly and slowly and slowly. You're like, your self-esteem gets into the shitter. And Segura can see it, and he's like, dude, I'll call him off. I go, no, you're fucking not going out there like my mom in her apron, like, he's got asthma, let him up. I was like, I'm fucking taking this one to the chin.
Yeah.
And I was like,
to your chins.
and then Segura ends up going on doing his morning TV shows to promote his gigs.
Yeah, he goes on this stupid character DJ Dadmouth.
Yeah,
and he just and he gives. I don't know how he fucking does it. When I do fucking morning TV, it's some bullshit interview that I have no control over. He goes in and gives them questions to ask them.
Well, they go like, "Is there anything you want us to ask about?" And he goes, "Yes. Could you ask me why Bert Kreischer is so fat?"
And then the woman fucks my name up.
She goes, "Well, Tom Segura is here, DJ Dadmouth, blah blah blah. Tom, why is Bert Kreischer so fat?"
And so everyone started calling me Burnt Chrysler.
What is DJ Dadmouth?
That Tom does
Tom Segura's character.
This non sequitur character it's only funny in the sense that you go, what the fuck, man? It's out of nowhere.
It's like, great. I believe Tom Segura is actually coming in this week, so we'll be able to talk to him about it.
You can't rely too heavily on a character.
You're saying that?
Look, this is DJ Dadmouth, and these guys are like game. If I can't,
I thought that was a but that's a real guy.
This
he
is
does
Tom.
it. Okay,
that's Tom Bean.
I had experience.
No, this is
more on my DJing. So the comedy's kind of like something on the side now. I just really, it's all.
We don't have any time to watch the whole thing today, but yeah, this is the one he got pissed. They got pissed at him for.
They did?
The anchor gets pissed at him because this is where he said he's not gender binary anymore.
He's not gender binary?
Right. He's doing away with it.
Yeah. So it's got, we made Bert is fat, Tom is fat shirts. And,
wait a minute, is that Florida?
Rivers.
Yeah, I've done that fucking show.
You like it?
They were nice. I think I did one of the very first episodes they had.
Jacksonville?
Might have been, yeah.
So Bert is fat and Tom is fat t-shirts went on sale.
And they sold out.
Both of them?
Nope.
Which one sold out?
Bert is fat. He had to reorder. He was like, I'm going to hold off on the reorder. They're still coming in.
How is the Thomas fat shirts?
We got them. They're available. We're in stock. All sizes.
All sizes.
All sizes are in stock.
Okay. No. So what if there's like a big order of them? Will you be fine?
Yeah, yeah. You could theoretically buy 500 of them, and they'll be here tomorrow.
So no problem with that stock.
And everyone, I go to clubs. I went to comics at the Mohegan Sun, and everyone was wearing Bert is fat shirts. The whole staff.
Real nice.
Yeah,
real nice. Well, listen, Bert, I'm glad you stopped by.
This is fun.
Yeah,
I've been excited to see this.
Yeah. Well, if you're out in LA while we're out there,
I'm out there.
Yeah.
You guys, what are you doing? It in the mornings?
We'll do it, but we'll do it 8 to 11 your time.
Yeah.
So it's not 5. It's not 5 to 8.
We would love to do your podcast.
Oh, I would love to have you guys on my podcast.
Just invited us.
Serious?
I just invited us.
Oh, I'd love that. Please, definitely.
We'll definitely do it.
Oh, that'll be fucking great.
Good. All right, so we'll see you next week.
I'll see you guys
I've
next
never
week.
done your podcast with anyone.
Ooh, the house will be done. You guys can see the house.
Ooh. I did your podcast once with Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Remember me, you, and Mick did.
Me, you, and Roland did one.
Me, you, and Roland. But that was here in New York.
And we had to edit out stuff that now would be very interesting for listeners.
Like what?
Well, we'll talk to you about it later.
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember what was said.
Yeah.
Was stuff about the show breaking up?
Predicting that the show would probably break up.
Yeah.
Oh. Why would that be edited out? That's great.
No, because...
I mean, at the time, it's a little sensitive, and I was still the producer of the show.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Was this Opie and Anthony or just Opie and Jim?
Opie and Anthony.
Oh
yeah, I was like, I don't know, man. I was a huge Opie and Anthony fan.
Yeah,
I would love that show, man. I still listen to old replays to this day.
I listened to one yesterday. Somebody sent me a link, and I forgot about it. It's like you forget bits, and it was me and Ant talking about your wedding, and there was a hurricane, so it was like, would you cancel your outdoor wedding for a hurricane? And then I was asking if you would. The question was, what would cause you to cancel your wedding? And I asked, would you cancel the wedding if you caught someone molesting a child in the bathroom? And Anthony and I had a really good time with that.
You did, dude.
Were
you off to the races after that one?
I listened to it twice yesterday. I never listen to old bits.
Oh.
I listened to it twice because we were joking about, of course, the specifics about the little suit pants being pulled down, and then
of course
I said something about because they would just see the little feet dangling. It looked like people would think a ventriloquist was taking a shit, and then Anthony said, "How come your dummy only says ow?" Dude, I fucking screamed listening to that yesterday.
It's great.
God, that was a funny bit.
I listened to the day that, this is a little morbid, but the day Patrice passed, and you guys came
all
in
the
and talked.
Comedians?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
I was howling.
That was when we announced that he died, yeah.
Yeah, when Bobby's in the room and everyone's making fun of throwing a dinner roll. And
that was when David Tell made maybe the funniest joke I've ever heard on the show.
Yeah.
Where he said, "Come on, people. I don't even want to."
We were trying to get donations or something. He goes, "Come on, people. We got something about an extra large, a purple suit and an extra large coffin to buy."
Yeah.
It was Colin Quinn. Here's the crazy part: is in the middle of it, I jacked off because it was playing this 3-hour thing, and porn came up, and I started watching porn, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna jack off, but it's the audio's still playing in the background. So if WikiLeaks has that. It's a video of me jacking off to Bruce Trees' memorial. Because you don't see the porn. I cut the audio on the porn so I can hear the
It's really gross.
But yeah,
It's
it was. Yeah, I still listen to those old shows.
That's awesome, man. Well, you can listen. You can watch a new show on November 11th.
November
on
11th.
Showtime.
On Showtime, 11:11 to 10 p.m. The Machine.
Right.
11:11 to 10 p.m. If you ever wanted to hear me tell the story about the Russian mafia, I can't imagine that you haven't. It's
But this is the final. This is the quintessential telling of that story.
This is the best version of that story that I have ever told, and it is done. After this, I'm done.
Amazing.
I'm in Philly this weekend, and then November 4th, Los Angeles is now on sale for one night at the Improv. The 18th, 19th, Fort Lauderdale, and Hartford just went on sale December 2nd and 3rd, and then I have Doylestown, and then I shoot. See you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Bert.
Thank you. Aye.